Alright, check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay, I think the audio is actually going through. You know, OBS had an update recently and it's kind of throwing me off like a lot. Like I can see the audio channels are supposed to be muted, but you can see the bars going up and down. It throws me off and it makes me think that they're actually on when they're actually not. Yeah, it needs some color. It needs some color. That's really throwing me off. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, I guess. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, another stream, Tuesday. Today we're trying something a little bit different. Since you guys enjoyed the Sucker for Love stream last time, I'm gonna try to do more VN-ish, short game-ish style stuff. And so today we're going to be doing Long Live the Queen. Now this is actually quite a bit older than... I mean, this is quite an old game, I guess. Like, almost 10 years old, I think, at this point. Now, I will say that I know a little bit about this game. I know that there are some really weird endings. Like, and not necessarily bad ends, but there's definitely a lot of ways apparently to get killed, and some really unexpected ways to get endings. That's really all I know about it. All I know other than that is going to be a really tough time just to try to get anywhere. But we'll see how well it actually plays. When I launched this, I was actually surprised to see that it did not have a full screen mode or anything that could adjust audios and stuff. So we may have to figure that out along the way. Actually, there might be a way. There might be a way. But it definitely does show its age. The UI does. At least what I saw up front. But yeah, other than that, before we get into this, did you guys see the new announcement for Nijisanji EN? It was pretty... Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't that big of a news compared to the first wave of guys, but it's still pretty quick. Very quick. It wasn't like just about 2 months ago. It hasn't even been barely 3 months since Luxium from Nijisanji debuted, and now we have Noctix. I see where they're going with that. What, like, another wave of guys 2 months later, right around the same time. I think Luxium debuted close around Christmas, and now we got the second batch. I'm assuming it's from the same batch of auditions as Luxium, just because there hasn't been any announcement of auditions since then. So I wonder if this... before the whole EN thing started, I really didn't know how Nijisanji did their waves debut stuff. At least for ID, it seemed to be a bit on the slower side. And then the original branch in JP, I mean, they got like over 100 people over there. It's like ridiculous. I don't even know half of them. Like maybe a handful from the early generations and stuff, but that's it. That's it. So it's... I guess I'm hoping EN doesn't get quite as big as that. I mean, I want them to be successful, but at the same time, it's like there's so many people. Who do you keep up with? It just feels like you don't get to spend as much time with the people that come out. Like some decent quality time, I would say, like at least 4 to 6 months before you roll out new people. That's just me, though. That's just me. Because 2 months does feel very short. Maybe 3 months would be okay, but still feels pretty darn quick. I think in a year, about a year, if not less than a year. I feel like it's been about a year now. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now a little bit over a year at 6 wave for EN. So that's roughly a wave every 2 months. And they've only been a grand total of, I think, 3 auditions. So it's like, how many... I guess they're getting like 2 groups per audition or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's just an observation, but it's interesting to see how these work. But anyway, I hope these new guys do well. We'll see what they're like when it comes out in, I think, 4 or 5 days. We'll be watching them with interest, very much interest. But before that, we'll go ahead with Long Live the Queen and see how well we can actually race this queen. I'm a little bit, yeah, let's just say I'm nervous. Let's just say I'm a little nervous with how this is gonna go. Just because all the random stuff that's happening. I did see some news, and pretty soon EGN is gonna have the same problem with JP where there's too many to watch. Well, the thing is, the issue with what I find with Niji EN right now is that quite a few, like the majority of who they put out, there's always something for someone, right? And at least for me, I like quite a few of them. But they don't all stream the same stuff. They all have their own little quirks and little personalities, as well as who are you most comfortable with. You know, I don't think we have anyone who is heavy like Apex or anything like say in other places like Hololive or even Niji Japan. Like, you know, there's quite a few people that do Apex and Apex only. We don't have that problem yet. I hope we don't ever have that problem, because that kind of locks them into one thing. And then I feel like if you're just doing Apex, you've got to be like super good, or at least doing a training arc to be that's the only thing you do. But it does seem like a sad, for me, maybe not a sad situation, but an unfortunate situation where, is this really all you want to do now? Is this really all you want to do now? Because I feel like you could be doing much more different things than just Apex. But I'm hoping we don't get to that point, at least with EN. Hope they do much more different stuff. But yeah, I do understand the JP problem, where there's so many people that you can't even keep track of, like even half of them. It's even worse if you do like it's even worse if you quite like most of them. That's always an issue, because you want to catch people who you're really interested in. I'm just looking from the outside like everyone else, but there is it is a concern that I have. Just look, I know it's not in my business wise, but I'm still looking at it. It's like, how's this gonna work for all the people that want to watch it? Eventually, it's, yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. But anyway, let's get into this game. I think it's primed to start. So let me just launch this really quick. We're gonna go ahead to the game screen. I do hope they do well. Where's the main screen? Main screen here. Okay. Tell me if it's too loud. It does feel a little too loud. Preferences. Oh, this is where it is. Full screen window. We'll keep it a window. And I noticed that the video settings, 1024/600. Okay, I didn't change any of this, but you know what? That's okay. I probably is my okay. Looks like my mouse cursor is not visible. Let me actually make that visible. Capture mouse, because we're gonna need it. What does image do? Oh, you know what? Let's use this cursor. It's appropriate. It's appropriate. Okay. Return. And let's go and start. I'm curious where this is gonna end up. Jocelyn, King Dowager, Duke of Carolus. What? We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. Elodie, Crown Princess. Easy. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what mother would have wanted. Oh, she's pouty. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. No, she wouldn't. But sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us, on you. I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. Looks like she just got out from boarding school. Welcome to Long Live the Queen! If this is your first time playing, you should read this brief introduction to how the game works. Let's see. Just a sec, let me catch up on the comments really quick. Know that plenty of EN's unique in their own way. Understand the feeling that I see streamers doing Apex and too saturated in general. Yep. Yep, we'll see how they go. I think I also need myself a little bit bigger, can I? I think that's big enough. Let's go. Okay, I have not played this game before, so we're gonna go through a short tutorial run here. You will be controlling Elodie, the almost queen of Nova. Okay, so she's not queen yet. As she tries to prepare for her coronation. To do that, she needs to take classes every week in order to raise her skills. The skills she learns will provide different choices in the ongoing plot. Learning the right skills can mean the difference between life and death. You also need to keep an eye on Elodie's mood. With her mother's tragic death, Elodie is not very happy right now. The mood button will take you to the emotions screens for more details. Angry, cheerful, willful, pressured. Okay. Afraid, depressed. Okay, we gotta make her a little bit happy then. Elodie is feeling both afraid and depressed, but her strongest emotion is depressed. If she becomes more cheerful to cancel out the depression, her strongest emotion will be afraid. Elodie's current mood affects her ability to learn. It will give her a bonus to some skills and penalty to others. Let's take a look at these skill screens now. Holy crap, that's a lot. Skills are broken into 4 main categories: social, physical, intellectual, mystical. Oh, we got magic here? Hold on a sec. And mystical. Social, physical, intellectual, and mystical. Okay, so only 4. Inside these categories are skill sets, groups of 3 related skills. You start with 0 in all. Every week, Elodie can study 2 skills. Normally she earns 2 points in a skill for every weekday that she studies. So if she studies history, she earns 2 points times 5 days, 10 points, gotcha. Because Elodie is depressed, she has a -2 penalty to the social skill set conversation. She doesn't feel like talking to people right now. If she studies conversation, she'll get a 2 per day. That is 0 points. 2 minus 2. However, she has a +1 bonus to expression. If she studies one of the expression skills, she will get 2 + 1 points per day, which means 3 per day, 15 points per week. Okay. If you study a skill you have a penalty for, you could be wasting your time and not learning anything. If you study a skill you have bonuses for, you will learn much faster than normal. Good to know. All of these bonuses and penalties will change when Elodie's mood changes. She can also gain bonuses to skills by studying related skills. Check the skill screen every week to see your current bonuses. Once you know your mood, skills, bonuses, and penalties, you are ready to choose your classes for the week. Oh, okay. The UI is definitely quite dated, but I don't dislike it. The classes screen breaks down skill sets by category for your morning and evening classes. We gotta do evening classes too. I've taken evening classes like once in my entire life, and I did not enjoy that. I like my evening free, so I can just do whatever. Going out past 8 or even 6 at night Not fun. Not fun. The classes screen breaks down skill sets by category for your morning and evening classes. When you select a skill set, the 3 options in that set will appear to the right side of the screen. Decoration, instrument, voice, I see. Expression. Choose a class option for both morning and evening classes, then click the Done button, which will appear in the lower right. As you play through the story, you will sometimes see feedback bubbles appearing over the text. These tell you what's happening behind the scenes. Cheerful, depressed, okay. Bubbles like these will show you when LD's mood is being altered by events. Bubbles like these will show you when the story is changing based on what skills LD has learned so far. If the test fails, there is some option being missed because she doesn't have enough points in that skill yet. This feedback is very helpful in figuring out different options to try, but if you don't want to see it, you can turn the bubbles off in the preferences menu. Okay. Let's save first. First thing in any game like this, save first. Name your save. We'll call this the Ruka save because I don't know what direction we'll be going yet. Eventually, my goal for this playthrough is to at least make it to the end, make it to her coronation. I am very much aware that there are pitfalls and accidents that happen on the way to her coronation, so this is gonna be interesting. Can I pat her? I cannot pat her. I can't click on anything on her. She's just a frozen PNG on the screen. Okay, let's look at her skills. -1 in royal demeanor, -2 in conversation, so we don't want to do any conversation skills. Will be a waste of time. -1 in athletics. I guess we could definitely try to improve on that a little bit, because if she's this weak, it's going to be an issue. 0 in intellectual, 0 in mystical. So she doesn't know any magic, she doesn't know any economics, military, medicine, intrigue, history. Expression. Animal handling. Ooh, animal handling. Okay, I'm trying to figure out the bet. Well, I guess there's no really good options here. We could try to cheer her up, do some expression, or we could distract her by doing animal handling. Or we can go off the side and try to work on something that doesn't have any bonuses. My gamer senses tell me to focus on the ones with the bonuses. Question is, where do I go first? Well, if she's gonna be queen, let's think of it this way. If she's going to be queen, she needs to have a strong voice whenever she delivers her speeches, right? So we're gonna start with expression and try to increase her voice. This is probably singing voice, but it carries over. Her mood. Willful, pressured, so she's not pressured, but she is afraid and depressed. I think that was covered earlier. Outfit. Boarding school uniform. That is it. She just came from boarding school. Classes. Log. The game will now attempt to save the log and open in a web browser. Why does it open in a web browser? Well, let me just see the web browser portion. You're not going to see it. There's something in my teeth. Hold on. Okay, got that out of the way. I was eating some mangoes earlier, dried mangoes, and if you haven't had dried mangoes before, sometimes they're a little bit fibrous, depending on who makes the dried mangoes. And apparently one of those fibers got stuck in, like, between the back of my teeth, and it felt like my teeth was falling out. That got me scared a little bit. Got me scared a little bit, so I'm glad it was just a little fiber. But let me just show you really quick what the log looks like. I don't know if this is something I'll be using that often, but it is kind of helpful to see what this looks like, just so we're on the same page. So let me get the image of that log. Where is log? There we go. So it's basically everything that happened in the game so far, which isn't much. It's just the dialogue boxes as well as the tutorial. I don't even know why they recorded every single little thing, but yeah, I don't see myself using it too much. Also, it is a very weird way to create a log, let's just say. Why could you not make it into the game and display in the game? I don't think any game did that before. Okay, let's go ahead and do classes then, because I don't think we can do much of anything. Let's go and start with expression, and let's work on her voice. And I guess we'll also do some... Wait, when is animal stuff? Hold on. Animal handling. Oh, she can do both. It doesn't seem like classes are... locked in certain times of day. So we'll do expression, we'll do voice training in the morning, and then we'll do animal handling at night. Weird time to do animal handling. No. Let's do animal handling in the morning. Let's do animal handling in the morning. We'll go with the horses. That's a very classic royalty thing to do. They do have dogs and falcons too. Okay, so in the expression, then we'll do voice training at night. That seems to be appropriate. Horses bonus depression. Why is that bonus? You walk around the stables, meaning the royal horses, learning about their breeds and names for different parts of the names of different parts of their anatomy. Okay, I had to read that. Afternoon, you practice deep breathing exercises to build up your ability to sustain a note. Okay. What's all that noise outside? Who's there? Oh, it's my cousins and my aunt and uncle. Oh my gosh, your aunt looks evil. Lucille, Countess of Nyx. Darling, we are so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Hi, Lottie. Hey, Charlotte. You look pretty cute. Charlotte, Lady Merva. Hi, Lottie. Haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep, Mommy said we'll be here all month. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. Now that you finished studying, what will you do for the weekend? Oh, we did that for the entire week? Really? How many weeks are there? 52? Visit tomb, +1 depressed, +1 afraid. I don't think we want her to do that. Attend court. Yielding, depressed, pressure. How do I make her not quite so depressed? Visit dungeons. Why would I visit the dungeon? Visit Charlotte, Lady Merva. Playing with toys. Lonely, cheerful. Walk in the gardens. Lonely and cheerful. Sneak out. Sneak out. Willful and lonely. You know, I feel like we have a spat with our father right now, so we want to talk with our cousin. She seems like a lovely girl. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back home. You should visit more often. It's awful that the only time I get to see you is something like this. I know your brother and sister are still too young, but why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave this castle until my birthday. But at least we can have fun together. That's it? That's all I can do all weekend? Maybe I should have snuck out instead. Okay, well we'll see how she goes. She seems to be a little bit more cheerful now, I think. So she's not as... So I think she's still the same amount of afraid. Depression is a little bit more alleviated after speaking with her cousin. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I'm gonna go ahead and save. How many save slots do I get? How many saves? Oh, crap, close the game. Let's not close the game. I seem to get quite a bit. Holy crap. Wait, how many? Oh, you know what? You know what? Wait. Does it autosave? Oh, there's an autosave feature. Okay, so these are the 2 times I checked it, and then this is... I'm not quite sure what that is. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and save it every week. Because I am that paranoid. I am that paranoid of what's going to happen. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Skills. Current skills. Voice is still doing good. Maybe we'll keep working voice. Oh, it seems like animal handling doesn't work as well anymore. She has bonuses to faith, meditation, divination, and lore. I don't know what that would do, but let's go ahead and... Well, the thing is, I feel like if I focus on her faith too much, she's gonna become a nun. I don't think we want her to become a nun. We want her to become a princess. Huh. What do? What do now? Let's keep up with the voice training and horses for now. I think that's okay. She probably does need to learn a little bit of the local religion as to connect with the people a little bit better. But for now, let's just focus on voice and horses again, because I just don't want her to touch on mystical stuff too much. So we're gonna keep the same schedule. You learn about caring for horses, grooming with different brushes, and keeping hooves free of stones. You learn the differences in resonance between the chest, head, and nose. Wow, okay, I wish I knew that. I could use that. What's the commotion outside, Father? What's going on? Juliana, Duchess of Urso. Who is this? She looks mean. I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am a lumen, as was she. And like every lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the crown princess to decide. Melody, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. Let her stay, arrest her, send her away. I don't want you to have her stay, but I don't even know what her charges are. Maybe let's just send her away for now. You heard my father. Get out. Leave and don't come back. As you wish. I will return to my duchy until you call for me. She won't. It's like she won't. Let's see, what's her mood right now? Yielding, so we trust our father. I guess that's what that means. Pressured, no pressure. Not quite as afraid. Depression. Still a little bit depressed. Let's see. Hey, Reina, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what the heck to do here. We barely just started the game. I'm trying to figure out the best way to race this princess, but it doesn't seem like it's very open-ended is what I'm seeing right now. Very difficult for me to figure out. Am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? Okay. Visit dungeons yielding afraid. Political Death Simulator 2018. More like 2012. Wasn't this from 2012? Explore castle, lonely afraid. Attend court, yielding. I kind of want to see what father has to say for us. Let's talk to our father. Dad, what really happened to Mom? Yeah, explain that, because I'm kind of curious why we had to send her away. She was a lumen, a magic user. It was meant to be in reserve, to defend our domain, but she insisted on... You don't need to hear that. Okay. If we take the path of magic user, we take the path of our mom, I see. I see. She used magic. It drained her strength. She thought it was harmless, and it wasn't. Eventually, her heart just stopped. That's why I don't want you involved with it. Oh. Is the reason why the thumbnail a magical girl is because that's what her mom was? So her mom was a magical girl? I kind of want to see that, though. I kind of want to see that now. Hold on. Okay, so we still have bonuses to voice and horses, but with this new development, I want her to be a magical girl now. I want her to be a magical girl now. Hold on, I'm gonna save first. Alright, princess, you are going to be a magical girl. I think we need to start training your magic, see what path your mom went. It'll be interesting to say the least. Can we change your outfit yet? No, it's still boarding school uniform. Skills, classes. Okay. I kind of want to take Hubei out here, but we're not going to just yet. Wait. There's no option for magic. What? Maybe we need to train in Faith first before we train in Lumen, because I don't see any classes for Lumen. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. There's still plenty of points left for voice and animal handling. I'm gonna max this out first, and then if we're still alive, we're going to do the mystical stuff. You have to get a magic instructor to learn magic, and I just sent the magic instructor away. How do we get her back? Oh well. Okay, fine. We'll keep working on our voice. We'll keep working with the horses and see how it goes. Okay, I definitely don't want her to go Faith though, because I feel like that's just gonna turn her into a nun, and we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. Okay, keep working on your voice and animal handling. Let's see where this goes. You learn about the different species that go into saddles and pieces that go into saddles and bridles, how to check for signs of wear, how to equip and adjust them on a horse. You learn how to mount and dismount a horse, first with a boost and then from the ground. And this screen is way too small. Hold on. Don't need to shrink that. I need that. I need that screen. You learn about different vocal ranges, from the most profound bass to the rare colloquiatura soprano. What the heck is a colloquiatura? You learn the solfa system, a way of expressing a tune where each note is represented by a different syllable. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? I'm very direct. Not really, I just like to play with the flowers. You mean you don't have one then? Me too. You gather your skirts and prepare to sit down when all of a sudden a hissing noise alerts you to a hidden danger, a snake. Charlotte, don't move. You grab a stick and push the snake away, but you lack the skills to do the job properly, and poking the snake only makes it angry. Too fast to see, it lunges forward and sinks its fangs into your leg. Oh no, she's poisoned. Ow. The snake slithers away, but it's too late now. A strange tingling sensation begins to spread through your flesh. Oh boy, she's gonna die. That's a milk viper, they're poisonous. I don't feel good. Your leg is going numb. You stumble and fall to the ground. Hold on. Your cousin kneels beside you and presses her hand over the bite mark. The area throbs painfully. Then she begins to feel warm. After a minute, you're dizzy, but your leg isn't buzzing anymore, and even the wound has disappeared. How did you do that? I don't know how I do it. I just can't. Oh, she knows magic. I'm not supposed to tell anybody. People think it's freaky. You won't tell, will you? Of course not. I'm just lucky you were here. Girls, what's going on here? I heard yelling. Nothing. We saw a snake, but it got away. A snake? That's it, Charlotte. That's it. Charlotte, pack your things. We're going back to Merva. It's not safe here. Aww. Oh no, our cousin's leaving. Let's see. I don't think I want to sneak out yet. There's no reason to sneak out yet. Let's talk to Dad a bit more, see if we can get any more information out of him. Daddy? He sighs, rubbing his fingers over his forehead. What is it? I love you. He looks at you without speaking, and you begin to feel bad for bothering him with your silly feelings. Then he stands and puts his arms around you. Oh, I love you too. For this moment, you are safe and happy. Well, he didn't give us anything useful, but he did give some reassurance there, so I guess that's good. Alright, let's save again. This is gonna be a weekly thing. That's gonna be a weekly thing. Okay, what's our skill sets right now? It seems like working with the horses and voice. Not very efficient, but we are kind of halfway through. Oh, there are bonuses to faith, though. Why is that? I wonder if it's because of this, No, I don't really see anything different here. Yeah, we're gonna stay away from faith. I don't think I want to do faith. Is there anything else we can do? Agility, we can probably work on reflexes. She definitely needed better reflexes to dodge that snake, so let's go ahead and work on reflexes for this week. Full on reflexes. Let's see, where's reflexes? Agility. Reflexes? And even more reflexes. You don't want another snake bite, so let's go ahead and work on being nimble. Your teacher walks around you, prodding a finger at you slowly in order to train you in blocking those touches without triggering fear or faster breathing. You practice with a jump rope to increase the speed of your footwork. You practice solo tennis, hitting a ball against the wall repeatedly in order to train your hand and your eye to react. Good training. You may now play sports on the weekends. Ooh. Sure, why not? The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zara and their parents gone, just so your cousins. It's certainly not empty though. It feels like we get more servants every day. Sports makes her angry? Why? You know what? Let's make her a little bit angrier. She doesn't need to be afraid. Let's make her a little bit angrier. See why. You take to the court for a few games of tennis. Feel the thrill of competition. Oh, she got salty. That's probably why. Well, she looks a little pouty. Ellie is competitive. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Okay. Does that affect our bonuses to agility? It does affect it a little bit. We'll train it again for this week. I want that to be at least 50. I want her agility to be at least 50. We can learn about history and stuff later. Okay, more reflexes. You need it. You practice running at high speed back and forth over a small area, making quick turns and changes in direction. You practice tennis against multiple opponents, learning to judge at a glance when a ball is too far away to reach in time. We're going the Prince of Tennis route? Except Prince of Tennis is less tennis and more magic. It really is. Your skill and reflex is now 50. You may not increase the skill until other agility skills are 25 or higher. Oh, I see. Okay, that's kind of how it works. One of the maids approaches you for your attention. Oh, Alice. Nice mole. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. We have a Duke of Sedna? No, my lady. The Duchy of Sedna is in Talasy. They have brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of... Deeply regret, best wishes... Oh, what a beautiful necklace! Something sparkly will make you feel better. A sus necklace. Okay, well, I guess making her angry is not good for... What do you call this? Reflex training. Let's see. Lonely and cheerful. So let's make her a little bit on the lonely side, because I think that does help her reflex training a little bit. So we don't want her to feel pressured either. Lonely and cheerful. What's cheerful? You know what? She doesn't need to be depressed all the time. She can be cheerful. Why not? Walk in the gardens. Let's walk in the gardens. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens of your shoulders. On your shoulders. Did I say of your shoulders? It's not like she has anything to support. Like at all. Okay, what are bonuses this week? So we can still do agility training. Let's work on flexibility until it gets to 25, and then we'll work on dance, because she needs more reflexes. Oh, -3 to Illumine. Not like we can learn that anyway. Okay, let's work on flexibility first. Agility, flexibility, the ability to stretch and contort without pain. I wish that were me. You learn to relax and evaluate the tension in your body, then to practice the different types of motion available to each of your joints. Twisting, shifting, and rotating. You practice circling your arms and making kicking motions with your legs to stretch out your limbs. Ooh! Priestesses. Kinda cute. I like her. Celine, priestess of the second circle. Of hell? Your Royal Highness, I would like to speak with you. What is it? Your mother wielded the power of Illumine, as have the kings and queens of Nova before her. Now that she is gone, that responsibility falls to you. Her crystal power is now yours. My father said I shouldn't get involved in magic. If you don't, who will defend your domain if the Krakens arise again? I have seen signs of the future. Danger is coming. I can teach you to control your powers, but first, you must seize your birthright and become a Lumen. I wanted her to become a magical girl just to see what path her mom went through. Let's do it. Let's become Magica. She will go to the path of Magica now. How do I do that? You must first find the royal crystal. Speak to your father. He will know where it is. Oh, he's not gonna like this. He's not gonna like this. Okay, Dad, let's talk. Where's the crystal? Tell me where the crystal is. Dad, what happened to Mom's lumen crystal? It's in a safe place. Can I have it? No. But it's mine. Meddling with magic killed your mother. I don't want that to happen to you. Once you're crowned queen, I can't stop you from doing anything you want. But for now, you are still a child. Okay, she looks a little afraid. Cheerful? What kind of expression is this? Hold on. She kind of looks like, surprised and sad at the same time. It's probably this lonely bit. It's probably the lonely bit. Lonely and afraid. But we don't have crystal, so we can't do any magic training yet. And no magic teacher. Okay, well, to be a good magical girl, she still needs to work on her reflexes and flexibility anyway, so let's go and work on dance first. Because we can't increase her reflex until those are both 25, right? Let's go. Dance lessons! Who knew it would become good? It would be good for a magical girl training. We're gonna train her to become a magical girl now. I had no idea what to train her starting off, but the path is clear now. You practice curtsying, standing, and walking across the floor in a graceful manner. You practice walking on the arm of a partner and following their cues to pause and turn while keeping your eyes closed. You practice different partner dance positions, closely held at a distance and non-contact, and the appropriate hand placement for each. I've never actually learned how to dance. I tried. It feels awkward. Unlike with a partner, it feels awkward. Oh, new outfit. Is it a ballerina outfit? As you are walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. You swiftly step aside and let her pass. Reflex success, nice. This is what we trained you for. This is what we trained you for. Let's see. Okay, we can't talk to Dad. We can't pester him about the crystal. It's got to be somewhere. Visit Celine. Let's talk to her. Let's talk to her. My father says I can't have the crystal until I'm queen. He's hiding it somewhere. What do I do? I will search for it. She brings out a black bowl filled with water and stares into its depths. You look as well, but you see nothing but your own reflection. The crystal is kept in the treasury, under guard. They have been ordered to keep you out. You must find a way past this obstacle. Oh, sneaking mission. Like what? Use your skills to convince them to stand aside, or else dispose of them. What? Their lives are a small price to pay for the safety of your domain. You must have that crystal. Is she serious? She wants me to kill my own guards? Try to reach the crystal. If you fail, speak to me again and I will help you to do what needs to be done. I'm already feeling... Oh, I didn't save in week 6. I knew I forgot to do something. Okay. Well, it's a little too late to train for any combats. Oh, there is combats here. I think her reflexes are pretty good. Athletics, though, she needs athletics training. She's not going to be able to... Her agility is good. Her stamina, though, needs some work. I guess horse handling was also part of that? Running, climbing, swimming. Let's work on running first. Her stamina needs work. Her stamina needs work. I know we don't get any bonuses from it, but that's fine. That's fine. We are training her to become a magical girl. And magical girls, despite all the magic, actually are very physical. Very physical. Alright. Athletics. Let's go for some running. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not it. Nope. I wanted to click done. You practice walking at a brisk but comfortable pace for a set length of time every day. You switch back and forth between a brisk walk and a light bouncing jog. Not too fast. You're building endurance rather than speed. There's a man here to see you. He wishes crowdfunding for a project of his. Remember, the treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you will have less money to work with later. Your Royal Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassi to assemble the metal and a factory to mold and cast the type. With this system, we'll be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now and make copies to send all over the world. Ooh, literature. I don't know much about factories or trade. Would that really be worthwhile? Oh, okay, so not enough training and production, so we don't get to choose. We are not interested. Okay, no literacy for this kingdom. I see. No literacy. Okay, let's visit the treasury, see if we're good enough for this yet. Ooh, failed the checks for accounting and presents? What? You tried to talk your way past the treasury guards, but despite eyelash fluttering, foot stomping, and outright threats, they don't budge. What would have actually increased that? Let's see. Internal affairs, foreign intelligence, ciphering, medicine, trade, accounting, military, public speaking, court manners, flattery. Okay, well... okay, I guess I should have worked on her speech first before I went down to the treasury. Okay, well, we're still gonna be a magical girl. We don't need speech for magical girls. I think that's okay. Name a magical girl that actually was good at speech and actually used that very effectively. I would like to know. I would like to know. She probably doesn't need it, though. She does have a little bit of voice training, but for a magical girl, she's going to be strong. Probably a strength check. Okay, so I guess we'll do one thing of running, and if we need 25 in the rest also, we'll work on swimming. Oh no, maybe climbing. Running and climbing. Yeah, let's do that. You steadily increase the proportion of time you spend jogging, with shorter breaks of walking to recharge your energy. You practice climbing up and down fixed ladders, driving out any fear of heights and learning to move swiftly and surely. Banian, Duke of Mari, Earl of Serenitatis? Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. The Ixionite occupation of the country of Ibrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. Foreign affairs failed. We don't know any of that crap. We don't care. Domestic only. I know there's been some problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying Southern Mari. I don't know anything about military. I don't want to fight. There must be a peaceful way to settle this. I will send for diplomats from Ixion and try to come to some arrangement. Thank you, Your Highness. Your Highness, if I may ask, that necklace you're wearing, where did it come from? It was a gift from the Duke of Sedna. Then you have made arrangements with him? What sort of arrangements? Your Highness, that is a courting gift. The man wishes to gain your hand in marriage. Oh, I didn't realize. Well, crap. Hey, Benny, welcome. How's it going? We are Utterly failing the treasury visit, so I think we need to increase our speech. It's still an option for us, so we need to increase our speech for being able to persuade these guards to move, since we are not physically fit yet. How to do that? We need some physical activities here. What's our mood anyway? Angry, willful, pressured. Okay, so afraid and lonely. Visit the dungeons, no effect. Why would I do that? Attend service, not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. Let's see. Willful, lonely. Any fratricide in this game? Not yet. Not yet. I haven't seen it yet anyway. We are trying to become a magical girl. And I'm trying to figure out how to make her into a magical girl. Maybe let's attend the service. Let's see what attending service does. You attend services in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. Well, she's happy at least. She's cheerful. But that doesn't really help us with trying to convince the guards. Sailor Moon or Madoka kind? That's a good question. Considering her mom used to be a magical girl and died apparently before the game even started, it's probably the Madoka kind. So yeah, we're gonna make her into Magica. But let's see, conversation. I think to get through the guards, we need to work on flattery. So let's we do get a bonus on flattery. I know I've been working on her athletics, but this is the time. There's a time to work on speech for now. Okay, let me make another save. This thing makes me want to save every single day, and thank goodness we have a save slot for every single week. Okay, classes. Let's go for conversation. We're going to ability to use words well under pressure, public speaking, ability to hear what they want. Flattery, let's work on flattery and also just full on flattery. See how well that works. You learn that it's important to make eye contact when saying nice things about someone. You learn that flattering comments have the best impact when kept short. Gushing makes people feel awkward. That it does. It's very much. Have you ever been around people that gush all the time? They're kind of weird, and you can kind of sense sometimes that it's genuine and you get where they're coming from, but if it becomes a little bit too much, it's like, I don't want to deal with this person. No. Very, very much so, don't want to deal with that. You learn that it's always better to compliment people for their personality and their choices rather than their physical attributes. That's something I need to work on. That's something I need to work on. The representative from Ixion is here. Be careful. No one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Let's get this over with. Bryn, Duchess of Hellas, Countess of Dysnomia. The names in this game are so weird. History failed. We haven't learned any of the basics. Your Highness, thank you for granting me this audience. I am sure we can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones, no? We will forget about your unprovoked attacks on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. We can be good neighbors again without any lives being lost. Well, we failed all the checks. Execute him. I don't think this warrants an execution just yet. We did work on flattery, but not public speaking. Let's try bluffing. You are trespassing on our lands. You will withdraw your troops at once. Only then will we have peace. Court manners failed. Oh boy. Threaten to attack. Our only choice. My soldiers are poised to destroy you. Withdraw now. Oh boy. This is bad. Then I'm very sorry we were not able to come to an agreement. I guess we have to fight. Oh no, we have to fight. Not as planned. Oh boy. Diplomatic stuff went down and not very good, and not in a good way. Let's see. Let's have her walk in the garden. Maybe it's gonna clear her mind up a little bit. Okay, let's go. Oh, jeez. That was bad. That was really bad. Okay, at least we have bonuses to public speaking. Let's go ahead and work on public speaking and maybe court manners at the same time. No, let's focus on public speaking, because that was a disaster last time. Focus on it. You practice tongue-twisting sequences of syllables to improve your enunciation. I need to work on that. You take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly, projecting your voice to every corner of a room. You memorize lists and sonnets, then recite them to your teacher and any castle staff she can round up to serve as an audience. I guess if you're lonely, you have more bonuses to that kind of thing. I see. You receive a report on the outcome of the battle against the Ixionites. You succeeded in driving them out of Marie, but it cost you almost a full battalion of soldiers and a great deal of material. You lost 1,032 soldiers. Where do I see these stats? Angry. The Duke of Marie will be happy, but we could have done better. You also receive a letter informing you that Talarist, Duke of Sedna, will be arriving for an official visit next week. Oh no, the guy that gave us a... what do you call this? The engagement present without us knowing it was actually an engagement present. Dad, help! Dad, if this trouble with Ixion started years ago, why didn't Mom fix it? Your mother told the Duke of Marie and the Duchess of Hellas that it was their problem and they should sort it out themselves. Oh. How should I have done that? The situation is different now. Everyone on all sides wishes to see what sort of queen is coming to the throne. Not a very good one, apparently. Everyone is judging me. And she's angry. Angry queen. Let's see. Cheerful but angry. How does that work? Yielding and lonely. How does that affect our classes, though? Okay, so let's go ahead and up the court manners so that we don't get into that mess ever again. And then later on, I think we need to go back to athletics training. We still don't have a magic teacher to teach us magic stuff, but I'm hoping... Oh, we can... oh yeah, we can... I forgot. I need to go to the treasury to grab that crystal, so we do get a magic teacher. Okay, court manners. Let's work on that speech really quick then. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles expect their due honors. As the person of highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at any formal event unless you give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on you. If they do, you are intended to recognize the insult. I see. New outfit. Oh yeah, I haven't checked out the new outfits yet. Talaris, Duke of Senna. Ah, your highness. What a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice. She's a kid, dude. You have a silver tongue, your grace. Or an eye for unfinished potential. Unfinished potential. Okay, I like that wording. I like that wording. Both admirable qualities. I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering, a jewel for a jewel. But you are the more precious. I hope that this is only the beginning of a mutually beneficial relationship. A union between us would bring stability to both our peoples. He really does want to marry me. Politely decline. Let's politely decline, because we didn't even realize what that was to begin with. I feel like we got duped. I need to let him down gently. Court manners failed. Ooh, not enough court manners. I am not marrying you. I'm only 14. Valid reason, but also there's the Middle Ages, kind of, sort of. And that's kind of normal. I think it's also normal for royalty to marry this young. That may not have been gentle. I see. I regret the misunderstanding. Are we good enough to visit the treasury? Let me try again. Accounting failed, presents failed? Accounting? Why do I need accounting? So I've been working on the wrong thing? I think it said that last time, accounting and presents, but how do I increase presents? Accounting. Where the heck do I do accounting? I'm guessing it's economics? If that's the case, oh, presence would be royal demeanor. I see. That is something I need to work on, royal demeanor. You don't have any royal demeanor on you, but it would be bad to try to do that now because you don't have the bonuses for it. Well, if that's the case, let's go ahead and work on accounting, straight up accounting. Maybe they'll actually let you in if you work on that. Demeanor would be royal demeanor overall. We got a long road ahead of us, princess. A long road indeed. You brush up on basic mathematics with the help of an abacus. An abacus. I mean, I guess we don't have calculators at this time, but still, an abacus. You study the manipulation of larger quantities through direct calculations using written numbers instead of an abacus. Why did we start with an abacus? You are requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, Kevin, Earl of Eo. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? Corisande, the Duchess of Mead. Is she alright? Okay, I probably need to brush up on history too. She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's justice, it is. Them devils killed my brother and broke me ma'am's heart. I can't do a country accent. Lied to her they did. When she went to see why he'd not come back, said she'd gone for a soldier when he never would. What? You weren't the only one, neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it. I don't know what that's all about. Either way, murder is a serious crime, but... If we put her to work, she's just going to try to poison us too. If we... let's just put her in jail. Let's just put her in jail. I don't know if that's gonna fix the problem. But I definitely don't want... I definitely want this to be on the peaceful side. Jail you go. You have tried to murder a noble of my domain. I have no reason to believe you wouldn't do it again. You will be imprisoned for the rest of your life. You'll not have me. All of a sudden she breaks loose from her guards and rushes at you. Oh no. In your court dress you are unharmed. You grope for a weapon and find only golden ornament. which you hurl in her direction. Archery failed, but how about our reflexes? How about reflexes? Your missile flies wide of its mark. Before you have a chance to do anything else, your personal guards step into action, cutting the woman down before she can endanger you. Her lifeless body lies bleeding on your carpet. Clean that up. Just clean it up. Okay. Clean it up. Okay, she's a very angry. We definitely don't want her to be on the warpath. Let's calm her down. Let's calm her down. Which way is depressed? Which way is depressed? Which way is cheerful? No. So I need her to be more afraid and need her to be a little bit. No, just less angry. Less angry. Where do we do that? Explore the castle. She hasn't even been around the castle yet. What's Willful do? Willful goes up here. You know what? Let's try Willful. See how that works. Sneak out. You sneak out of the castle to have a little fun. You enjoy your freedom, but your father won't like it if he finds out. Still a little bit mad. Still a bit on the angry side. Okay. How did that actually affect things? Okay, so current mood angry, bonus to military weapons and such. And I think I need her to be a little bit less angry though. We don't want an angry queen. Economics. I guess we'll still go for the accounting. Let's get accounting to at least 50. Yeah, let's get 1 in accounting. I want to do royal demeanor, but it's we still have a really bad penalty for that one, so I guess we can't do that yet. Okay, so let's do accounting. Let's also do trade. The last couple of wars have put, not wars, but skirmishes and assistance have put strain in our coffers. So let's learn how to do some trade on the side. You study money lending and controversies involved in charging interest. According to the Druids, one should always return more than one is loaned, or else the debt gave no value to the world. You learn that even the smallest of villages has a central market where locals can trade what they have grown or made with others who have different skills. Best way for her to be a princess. The best way for the princess to acquire fear is for her to fear her own family. It's dark but effective. Possibly. As you are walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and you look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. The writing is so weird. That's funny, I thought owls were nocturnal. I guess I was wrong. When you return to the castle, your father is waiting for you. There are reports that a Keithong... What's a Keithong? That Keithong has been sighted leaving the old forest. Was that the bird? What's a Keithong? Okay, I really need to brush up on my history. All these history penalties are hurting me, it seems. A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak and spikes on its back. A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat? Sharp beak and spikes on its back? It sounds like a griffin. Several disappearances in southern Calaris are already thought to be the work of this creature. What do we do? Do we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You would only make it angry and waste more lives. So we just let it eat people? Everyone dies in the end. Depression. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Yoda, Star Wars. It does. It really does. Angry. Let me do that in my best Yoda impression. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. And hate leads to suffering. I hope that was good enough. It's been a while since I've seen Star Wars, you know that. Okay, we can't go to the treasury yet. We have no demeanor, no, none of that whatsoever. I need you to be less angry, girl. Be less angry. Can I make you less angry? I need to make you lonely, right? No, afraid. I need to make you afraid. Depressed and afraid. Go visit your mother. You pay your respects to your mother's tomb and wonder if it's the same fate waiting for you. If the same fate is waiting for you. Eventually. Death comes to everyone at some point. But today is not that day. No, indeedy. Okay, royal demeanor, we still have... How the heck do I make this go up? I'm guessing willful is the reason why I have a penalty. Okay, so we need to be more yielding? That doesn't make sense. Why would I need to be more yielding? Okay, well, let's see what we can work on. Okay, so I think we can still work on trade. Let's work on a little bit more trade. It needs more help. Public speaking, court manners, probably still not great, but we won't be able to get through the guards if we don't work on accounting and trade. I think accounting, I need to get that at 50. Might be necessary to get that to 50. But we're also going to work on trade on the side. So classes more or less stay the same for this week. You study bookkeeping and the art of notating incomes and expenditures, as well as how to determine the amount of funds a solvent business needs to keep on hand in order to continue functioning. You learn that individual peddlers travel between villages and cities, some on foot with packs and mules, others riding horses and wagons. Sometimes different wagons group together to form a caravan. Remember that the festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. A grand ball. There will be dancing. As queen, you will be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremony of planting, possibly give a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not yet required. It may not be safe to expose you to the public. What do you mean safe? Outside of the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now, decide later. There is a letter for you as well. It's from Brienne. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother is a Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kevin has been acting strange lately and shouting at shadows. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. She can come adventure with you, that's for sure. Okay, we need to make her more yielding. How do I make it yielding? Attend court. I guess that's how I do it. Okay, fine. If this improves the court demeanor, I will do it. Sitting in on court sessions is not fun at all, but it pleases your father and may be important for your future. Let's see, did that help? It did not! Why? Why did it not help? I'm doing something wrong here. Let's put the economics on hold for now. The court manners and public speaking. Because there's a festival coming up, right? Court manners and public speaking. Let's go and work on that. Good lord, she needs work on a lot of things. You study rules for formal dining, including the proper utensils for different dishes. As the queen, no one will comment on your mistakes, but they will notice them. You study the traditions of ballroom etiquette, how to politely accept or defer an offer, and how to avoid the impression of attachment to an individual. Your teacher asks you questions about made-up nonsense, pushing you to improvise answers smoothly and swiftly without having to worry about them being correct. Today is a procession and planting for the Festival of the Good Lady. We will be leading the parade. If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people will recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there is no recovery. Let's go to the parade and make a speech. I want to see if this checks out. I'm not afraid. I'm going to be the best parade leader ever. My little girl. You prepare your best gown for the occasion, then slowly walk through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. Decoration failed, elegance failed. At the end of the route, you help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted. After the blessings are read, you hold up your hands and call for silence so that you can speak. Please tell me my speech is good enough. Public speaking failed! Oh my gosh, I thought it would be good enough. Unfortunately, all the words you had planned to go out of your head... Unfortunately, all the words you had planned go out of your head when you're faced with a moment. You manage a few polite sayings about the meaning of the holidays and thank everyone for attending, then turn away, your cheeks red. The procession regroups to return to the castle. Oh boy, that was a disaster. How's our mood doing, though? Okay, let's work on yielding a bit more. But really, how do I make her... Maybe I just need... Jeez, what's the best way to make her less angry? Because I need her to... Her court demeanor is definitely not where it needs to be. Depressed and afraid. I guess we'll visit Mother. Let's visit Mother again. Okay, did this help? Did this actually help? Okay, royal demeanor is still no good. I'm going the opposite direction I want to do. Well, there's no helping that, and we failed our speech check apparently. So that's that. Let's go ahead and do one more thing of economics and another thing of trade. We need to work on that a little bit. Oh, but we can work on animal handling? Why would I want to do that at this point, though? I need her demeanor to be higher, but figuring out how to make that better is an issue in and of itself. Okay, let's do accounting, let's do trade, let's get back on track to learning about money. Actually, no, I think I need to do trade and production, because if trade and production are not at 25, I can't raise accounting past 50, and there's going to be wasted points. We don't want wasted points. Wasted points is a bad thing. So let's get them to the bare minimum, at least. The most important trade route in the domain is the Kavala River. It travels through the center of your lands, and almost every duchy contains tributaries that feed into the Kavala, allowing goods to be shipped along it by boat. You learn that Sunset Bay off the coast of the duchy, Mazomba, is a prime location for fishing. Are you ready for the grand ball? Oh no, I forgot about the ball. All the nobles in the domain are here to see you. their queen. Yeah, I forgot about that. You finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. Seeing yourself reflected in so many eyes makes you want to run away and hide. Demeanor failed. After a moment, you force yourself to carry on, but you're sure they've all seen you hesitate. Your father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. This first dance is for us. He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad. After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kaigo alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age. You look around the room at all your possible partners, which is to say, everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whomever you want, and you will not be denied. Well, I think someone her age would be appropriate. Someone already married. Someone scandalous. Someone older than you. We did have a fallout for that earlier. We don't want to do that. Someone already married. Probably not a good thing to do in general. Someone scandalous. We're not trying to raise her up that way, so that's out of the question. You know what? She is going to be queen. I think it would be appropriate for her to have someone younger than her. Let's find someone younger than her. You may be too young to hold a title of your own right, but you are not the youngest noble present. The honor falls to Adair, the young lord of Elath, who is only 12 and a head shorter than you are. Next to him, you look positively adult. I see, this kid. Hi, Elodie? He looks absolutely terrified at the prospect of having to dance with a girl, but the little lord is too well bred to refuse you. Still, you have to be careful not to step on him. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him. You knew his steps like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Dance failed, but I worked on my dance. Unfortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do and when and trip over your own feet. Oh crap. Between the dances, there is time for the guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bites of exquisite food. At least the court manners and flattery is good. You interact comfortably with your peers, leaving a wise word in every ear. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass, letting the clear note ring out through the room. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keep our borders defended. Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There is Gwenelle, for instance, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you and due to finally inherit control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lila, and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. No Bryony. She had said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here, dancing together, the Duke concert clutching his Duchess positively tight. Strange that there are no signs of your cousins, though. Shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. Sense magic failed. Well, we don't have no magic teacher. We can't sense magic. It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? I don't know, is that actually spending time with friends and family? Let's see. Okay. Let's go ahead and sit on the throne a bit. I'm hoping this helps with the composure bit. I still need to get that jewel. Sitting on court sessions is not fun at all, but it pleases your father and may be important for your future. I think I read that before. Next. Still no points of royal demeanor. Why? Also, my dance was at 38. How was that not good enough? How was that not good enough? I don't understand. Okay, so we need to do trade and production still. That is still on the menu because we are definitely still behind. We need accounting, I think, to at least 50 if we're going to be able to pass through the treasury. But I need to work on my demeanor. With a demeanor at A-, that's going to be very difficult to get up. I don't know what I need to do. Make a deal with either a demon or eldritch abomination for magical power. I wish. At least a demon or an eldritch abomination would open up the classes for magic. But the thing is, there's no option for magic. It just does not exist. Simply does not exist. Much of the domain's trade comes in from the West Ocean. The capital city and your castle are located on an island near the mouth of the Cavallo River where it meets the sea. That makes this the most important location for trade in the domain. The second most important seaport in the domain is Ursulia, on the Teku Bay. Ursul is the only duchy with no access to the Cavallo River. They send their goods south to you by ship. Skill trade is now 50. You may not increase until economic skills are 25 or higher. We're working on that. Oh, I should have done production first and then the trade thing. I see. You learn how farmers in the Duchy of Mari rotate between fields of raising crops and fields of live fallow. New outfit. I still have not checked any outfits. I should do that. I keep forgetting. You wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. You're moving with such enthusiasm that you don't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion. Try lowering her sanity. I wish I knew how. Holy crap, who's this tramp? Siren, the Countess of Miranda and Castillo. You're too kind, Jocelyn. Countess Siren, not a member of your circles. She's a bit more than a decade your senior, not too old to have ever been your friend, and yet not at all old as noble women go. She has 2 minor titles, no husband and your father's arm in her grasp. Oh no, she's gonna become our mom. Composure failed. How dare she make a move on your father? Shame her with scorn, insult her with false flattery? Trip her when she passes. Oh, I want to see if the flattery checks out. Let's see if the flattery checks out. Tripping her, probably not a good idea. Shaming her with silent scorn. She's just gonna... That doesn't do anyone any good, but let's try seeing if we can roast her. Let's roast her. Good afternoon, Countess. Flattery failed, crap. These failed checks. What the heck? My, what large breasts you have. Putting them on for display for any particular reason? Elodie. Really, my dear, it's not polite to comment on a lady's attributes like that. But you are young. You will grow. Angry. Perhaps we'll see more of each other in the future. She gives a little wave and then exits. Once she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father. Don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing more. She wants something more, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. You should be careful how you deal with people like Siren. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners. She's a commoner? There haven't been any problems so far. Many dark looks were aimed your way at the gala. As queen, you must be aware of everything around you. I am paying attention to what's around me. Okay, Master, let's kill the Hode. Act 3 echoes. Oh my gosh. If she actually had a stand, what would it be? I don't think she's gone through enough trauma yet to develop a stand. But if she would have one, she would get it when she becomes a magical girl. I think she would get it when she becomes a magical girl. Okay, I need to work on this mood. She be angry, she is depressed. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to get her to actually have court composure. You know what, let's visit the dungeons. What would visiting the dungeons do? Let's visit the dungeon. I've never been there before. Affected by yieldingness. You creep through the castle dungeons, catching glimpses here and there of the fate that awaits troublemakers in this kingdom. Even nobles can end up here sometimes. It's a good reminder to stay on the straight and narrow. Oh right, I did send someone to prison before. So boarding school uniform, tea dress, boost conversation. Ah, I see. So the outfits do have bonuses. It's a nice dress. I'm not quite sure about the fashion sense though. Tuxedo boosts economics. It's cute. It's cute. Tutu. Well, we're not working on dancing right now, so maybe when we do dance classes, this will be more appropriate. But I think the tea dress in general, may be helpful. But let's look at our stats. Ah, okay, so it's that kind of boost, I see. It just helps a little bit more, but it doesn't really do anything for training. Royal demeanor is still utter crap. Accounting, let's work on accounting. So I guess for accounting, let's put on the tuxedo. I think she just needs a monocle now and she'd be set to go. Get that Monopoly money rolling. Okay, I need these accounting values to be a little bit more natural. So let's go work on accounting and production, and then we'll finish off the economics portion of her education. I'm hoping this will be it. You learn about the concept of diminishing returns, a point after which spending more on a particular project fails to improve it as much as previous spending did. You study taxation and learn about how past monarchs demanded too much and drove peasants into a ruin in order to collect it. Other monarchs demanded too little and drove their whole domains into ruin by lacking the funds to sustain and defend them. Government, the necessary evil, unless you're an anarchist. You learn that most of the domain's iron is mined in Sudbury and transported west by the Goan River to the Kavala. You learn that the hilly terrain in Hellas is no good for growing crops, but it is excellent for vineyards and migratory flocks of sheep and goats. It is the time of year to decide any necessary adjustments to the royal budget. Oh, thank you, we took accounting, The majority of the money we receive is already spoken for, but there is always some room for discretion. Yes, accounting success! Based on the records and notes of current expenditures, if you maintain the current tax rate, you will still have 9,996 gold lassie and 7 silver telassi available for special projects. You can't imagine any reason you would need to spend so much. You could afford to lower taxes. Logistics failed though, but we do have trade. I guess logistics wasn't quite high enough. Any little trade disruption shouldn't need more than a few hundred lassie to sort out, at least temporarily. Let's see, let's lower taxes. They did say lower taxes. I think we have enough money. Let's lower the taxes a little. As you wish. Father did not have any qualms about that. I'm surprised, actually. Try reading the Economicon, the dark book of Evil business. Does that actually exist, or does that actually exist, or is that a meme? It feels like it exists for some reason though. Okay, let's. I still haven't been able to figure out the best way. Oh, that's another way to look at it. Hi, tooltips. Look at tooltips. You know, let's walk in the garden. I think a walk in the garden will help her clear her mind a little bit. Lonely and cheerful. Yeah, just a walk in the garden. Okay, so we failed the production check, but I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. Conversation, still big issues regarding that. You wish it was real? Ah, of course. Of course. That would be interesting. I mean, there's a lot of economics books out there. I haven't read any of them, but you know, it's always helpful to know how to balance the book. Always helpful. Okay, so let's keep the economics suit on for now. Actually, no. I think I got sidetracked by something. Let's have her wear the tea dress. This will at least hopefully help her in normal conversation. Please let it help her in her normal conversation. I know our demeanor and moral demeanor is still very, very lacking. And I have not put any points in it. That be as it may, I am going to work on her reflexes, because she still needs that for being a magical girl, and it will still be a thing for later. I kind of want to work on her athletics, but it's kind of sorely lacking. Actually, I probably should do history, right? It's bit her in the butt quite a bit, but you know, let's just work on the stuff we actually know that's gonna help us with magical girl things, and that is reflexes right now. Reflexes. Where is agility? There we go. Reflexes. She's gonna be the speediest magical girl. You practice chasing a small dog through the castle garden, sleeping through uneven stones and dodging through branches. You practice touch blocking skills at full speed, deflecting hands before they can reach you. You practice running through a field, dodging balls that are thrown at you from all sides. Holy crap, her evasion is going way up. She's gonna be a pro at this soon. You are requested to stand in judgment. A man has been convicted of the murder by strangling his wife. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free. Let's see. If you admit that you killed your wife, why do you think I'm going to set you free? Save me, your majesty. It wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Oh no, the demons. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me. They twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming. She tried to shake me, and the chains wrapped around her. I need the priestesses to bless me and make me clean again. Sense magic failed. We don't know if this is legit or not. Demons that make you attack people, is that even possible? I don't know anything about this. I definitely don't want to kill him. Off to the dungeon you go, off to the dungeon. You don't get a pardon, you don't get executed, off to the dungeon. The priestesses can tend to you into the dungeon. Whether they were demons or not, you still killed a woman, your wife. I won't forgive you for that. You will be in prison for the rest of your life. He opens his mouth to argue with you further, but then his shoulders slump. Yes, your majesty. And she keeps getting angry. Please, stop being angry. I need you to not be angry. Let's visit Mother. Let's visit Mother. Or no. Let's see, afraid? No. Let's visit Mother. Afraid and lonely. What does lonely do? Okay, let's pull loneliness down. You wander through the parts of the castle where other people rarely visit, but find
find little except spider webs. Yuck. Alright. Save scumming. I don't even know where to escape save scum from. Is demeanor really that difficult to raise? Or am I just doing something really, really wrong? Okay, I think we can do reflexes. Can I do reflexes one more time? Do I need to do it twice? I don't want any points to go to waste. Let's do reflexes and flexibility. Both necessary skills for a magical girl. You sit quietly in the center of a room, watching out for the corners of your eyes to see people approaching you from a distance. You practice catching balls that are thrown at you from different directions while you're not looking, so that you have to rely on hearing and instinct to sense the incoming missiles. Ooh, she's gonna be really good at dodging stuff now. You have nothing more to learn about reflexes. You practice bouncing motions with your arms and legs to increase the muscular effect. You kneel with your hands pressed to the floor. Then you stretch like a cat, rolling your back up and down. Don't forget to stretch, people. I need to stretch soon, actually. You receive word that the murderer you condemned to prison has escaped. A large explosion rocked the jail he was in, destroying the walls and setting many dangerous criminals free. Holy crap. It will now fall to the Royal Treasury to repair the damage. Whoa, okay. We haven't gotten any bad ends yet. I'm actually surprised. I heard that this is actually something that happens quite a bit, but we are barely halfway into the year, and still no bad ends. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, we need to make her a little bit more cheerful. She'll still be a little bit lonely, but at least she'll be a little bit more cheerful. Yielding. We don't want you to be yielding. Visit Celine. Let's visit Celine. I haven't seen her in a while. So your efforts to access the treasury have not been successful. We still require your crystal. She said before if I couldn't get into the treasury, she might have to kill the guards. Let's keep trying our own way. I don't want her to do it. Don't worry, I'm working on it. It'll be fine. As you say. Okay, there was no emotional change from that. Doesn't seem like there was. Nope, it's still the same. Okay. That was kind of fruitless. Alright. Since we have the chance, let's work on our agility even more. Dance and flexibility. I need to figure out how to wait. I need to figure out the royal demeanor thing. That's still bugging the heck out of me. What if I wear the tutu? Can I? If I wear the tutu, does that make things? Does that increase skill? It increases skill, but it's like a temporary increase. It doesn't actually increase the speed. It looks like. Okay, so back to your tea dress. You definitely need to work on your conversation. And we're gonna go ahead and work on dance and flexibility at the same time. You begin practicing dance steps in time to music, quick and slow, turning and weaving. You work through the standard repertoire of ballroom dancing, being sure to know that your basic steps for any dance likely to be required of you in a social setting. Then we could have used this a long time ago. You may now attend ballroom dancing on the weekends. Great. You practice holding your body in stretched out poses with the aid of your teacher to support your limbs. You practice stretching into poses and holding them for short periods of time. I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Elath, has passed away. This isn't really a surprise, he was pretty old. Problem is the political implications, which we have not put any points into politics. With the control of Elath in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother Aris, the Duchess of Lila, has petitioned that the boy be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in personal control of 2 neighboring duchies, which is generally forbidden. My history fails me yet again. Almost the entire eastern border. I don't know anything really bad about her, though. The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Istar, or you might appoint an unrelated blood noble to act instead. The Earl of Istar has suggested another possibility. You and Adair are both young, not too far apart in age. He requests that we accept the boy as our future husband and keep him here at the castle. Huh. Is this the same boy that I danced with back in the ball? I feel like it is, but I would rather much trust the grandpa to handle things, though. Well, if our girl here becomes a magical girl, she cannot have a love interest. Is she gonna be that kind of magical girl? I know some magical girls do, but this one cannot. You saw what happened to her mother. We can't do it. We can't do it. Rather to die alone than die leaving someone behind and have them mourn for you. In this case, let's just have the grandpa take care of it. Let's just have the grandpa take care of it. The Earl of Istar is the closest blood relation that Adair has. He should be his regent. As you wish. Dad never seems to have any objections to what we say. I need to be cheerful and willful. Cheerful and willful. Willful. Let's do willful first then. You sneak out of the castle to have a little fun. Okay, that text has not changed. Does that change anything here? Absolutely not. It does make our dance and flexibility much better though. That's something. Should I max out her agility? You know, our history has been quite lacking, not gonna lie. I've flopped quite a few international issues because of that. So maybe it's time to work on a little history, because I still can't do anything about royal demeanor. It seems to be stuck at -1, or maybe it was always like that. I feel like everything here in social settings has been stuck in this configuration for a very long time. I'm not exactly sure why. Okay, let's work on history. Let's work on our Novan history really quick. History, where's the history lessons? Finally taking history lessons after bombing so many political stuff. It's not great. It's not great. You read about the history of your domain. Hundreds of years ago, Nova was the center of a great empire, spanning the length of the western coast as well as a few island territories. Over time, your influence has waned. Nova's history involves an endless slew of names and dates. Even as small as it's become, there are 10 dukedoms, no, 11 now, plus the royal line. You hope no one expects you to memorize every lineage. Oh, geez. That'd be terrible. There is a woman here to see you. She is a musician which wishes crown patronage, which means money. Oh, Sabine does look quite pretty though. Let's see what she has to say. Your Royal Highness, if you accept me as a member of your court, I will immortalize you in word and song. I have dabbled in musical styles from many countries, and can entertain your guests and lighten your evenings. Foreign intelligence failed, intrigue failed. I don't know if we should trust her. The musician sings a little ditty to demonstrate her skills with the lute. Instrument plus voice failed. She's actually pretty good, and we ditched our voice lessons early on for some reason. Reject her for now, because we don't really know much about her. It might improve the mood around the castle, but let's just reject her for now. She's a little questionable. Came in randomly. Thank you, but we are not interested. Alright. So let's make her a bit more on the garden walks. Let's more garden walks. Lonely and cheerful. Lonely goes this way. Doesn't seem to be affecting much of anything. Cheerful goes up. Alright. Walk in the gardens. Walk in the gardens. Let's see. Once we get to like week 26, we'll take a short break. Because I need to I need a short break. Okay, saving. Does this change anything? Oh, public conversation is shut up? That's too tempting. That's too tempting to ignore. We probably should increase this now while we have a chance. Otherwise, we may be in trouble for later events. So, conversation. Let's go for public speaking, very important. Let's go for manners, very important. Flattery, let's not worry about that right now. Public speaking and court manners. Let me just make sure that we have the minimum and everything. Yes, we're good to go. All right. You memorize the correct title of For Every Servant in the Castle. Treating servants with respect ensures good service. To directly challenge someone's honor is to declare war. Never make a public accusation of cowardice, treason, infidelity, or murder unless you are prepared to face mortal enemies. And on that note, you study the etiquette of dueling. You read collections of famous historical speeches and practice saying them in convincingly dramatic fashion. You borrow the menu for an upcoming banquet and practice delivering it as a dramatic speech to an audience of confused chambermaids. Why? You learn about debate techniques and practice them by trying to convince a castle gardener why a fountain would be a good idea. I mean, if it's a debate practice, sure, why not? Well, I mean, to me, what would be a good idea is having a bakery right on the castle grounds. Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, no. They probably do have one in the kitchen. Never mind. That was silly of me. You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. It's an extremely formal letter for such a little boy, thanking you for your wisdom in allowing him to live with his grandfather, who probably dictated every word he wrote. Well, he is young. He is young. Can't help it. Okay, more garden walks. More garden walks. See, she's a little sad right now. Understandable. Okay. Public speaking is gonna shoot through the roof, and I would not be any happier if it did. Let's work on public speaking and court manners again. Flattery will have to come again later. Yeah, flattery is gonna have to come later. Alright, let's make sure we never embarrass ourselves in public ever again. As a monarch, you are expected to embody the virtues of honesty, bravery, and generosity. You should always offer aid to those in need. However, those you aid personally are expected to give you their utmost loyalty, even unto death. You study the forms of written address, how to issue and decline invitations, how to announce an impending visit, and how to correspond with the rulers of foreign domains. Your teacher assigns you to create and memorize a short speech of your own. Your teacher assigns you to read about a subject, memorize a few good phrases from the beginning and ending of the speech, and then make up the rest on the spot. Logistics and trade failed. Oh, jeez. We need to train that more. Staring up into the sky out your window, you notice a strange flash of light. Falling star, pretty. Divination failed. Divination failed. Of course it was, it failed. I did not want her to become a nun. So, we kind of, We kind of strayed away from the priestly stuff, or the mystic stuff, I guess, is more accurate. Okay, let's go for one more week, and then we'll take a quick break. How did that affect anything? Oh wow, this is pretty much maxed out. You know what? Let's work on flattery. No, well, I think we need natural stats here, right? I think we need natural stats here. So, tuxedo boost economics. Let's try that. So I need to do 1 in public speaking, 1 in court manners, which is going to be maxed out by the time it's going to be more than maxed out. Actually, super maxed out. Let's wear the tea dress for now. I don't want to waste too many points. So we will work full on flattery. Flatter everyone. See how well that works. Visual elements are best to flatter on first meeting. They are expected to be noticed right away. If you spend more time with someone, suddenly complimenting their attire will ring false. Small personal details help to make the recipient of your flattery feel that you have truly noticed them, which is always better than a simple, "How nice you look." Most people want to believe that they are successful and well-liked more than they want to believe that they are handsome. Play to these beliefs and they will be inclined to enjoy your company, even if they should know better. A certain class of dramatic personality believes utterly that they are ugly and unpopular, the Goths. The Goths. Which is completely untrue, because Goths are kind of edgy cool. Even if it is untrue, flattering their appearance will make them pull away and mistrust you. Instead, compliment their intelligence. This tends to be their weakness. I see. Most people want to believe that they are special and will react well to hints that they are receiving slightly better treatment than others. However, too obvious favoritism will stir resentment and only the vain enjoy it. I have unpleasant news to report. Adair, the young Lord of Elath, has been assassinated. Oh no, sending him to his grandfather was a mistake. He should have stayed with us. What? He was shot with a crossbow while playing on the grounds of his grandfather's estate. How did this happen? Where were the guards? This is not the first time such events have happened within the realm of Ishtar. The Earl of Ishtar's first wife and oldest daughter also died under mysterious circumstances. Is someone in the family killing them? Born intelligence failed. Then his other daughter married young and died giving birth to Adair. With Adair dead, the only family he has left is his second wife and their son Connor, who's 15. I have nothing to go off on this. Blame no one for now. Our speech is pretty high. But I should blame no one for now. We don't want a war. No matter what we do, things keep going wrong. Then there is the matter of the Duchy of Elath. By blood, the nearest living heir is Talarist, the Duke of Sedna in Talasi. Internal affairs again failed. But he's not even a Novan. One of his ancestors was. Elath is a major duchy. You cannot afford to lose control of it. Politics, I do not know. Novan... If this is Novan, if this is Novan, what do you call this? Problems, it should be dealt by Novan people. Because if we take an outsider, even if they are related by an ancestor, that's too much of a stretch. It's like, what the heck am I doing here? As queen, I have the right to pass the lands of an extinct bloodline to a new ruler, like my mother did with Uncle Laurent and Merva. Polaris is only distantly related, and he's foreign. He doesn't count. Who should inherit the Duchy of Elath then? There are few noble families with a lot of children, too many to inherit all the existing titles. Iris, the Duchess of Lila, has 6 children. The oldest 3 have all have lands already. That's Kevin, the Earl of Eob, Corisande, the Duchess of Maid, and Charmian, the Duchess Consort of Kygo. That leaves 3 others who are all a few years older than me. The Duke and Duchess of Kygo have 7 children, 3 around my age and 4 younger. And they're all Iris's grandchildren through their mother, so either way, it should be her line. I have no idea. I have no friggin' idea. And also a random commenter, it sounds like a really, really, bad idea. We're not a republic, girl. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. If also a commenter suddenly gets wealth, land, and... If a commenter suddenly gets wealth, land, and power, it's gonna go through their heads if they're not of sound mind. Besides, how would we even pick a commenter? Random is not good. An administrator from Elath. Probably not a good idea, because whoever was doing the assassinations is from there. So let's not do that. Duke and Duchess. And honestly, I have no idea. I don't really care for this one. Let's just go with the Duchess then. The Duchess of Lila has so many children. Let her pick one for Elath. Very well. Good lord, I don't even know if that was a correct decision or not. Okay, she needs to be more pressured. It seems that she needs to... What do you call this? I think being more pressured will help her with the demeanor stuff, maybe. Pick a commenter that's submissive. Yeah, it's too late for that. I don't think it's a good idea either. I don't think it's a good idea in general. Okay, I need to put pressure on her. How do I put pressure on her? Pressure, 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 pressure. Cheerful and pressured. We can try that. Cheerful and pressured. Affected by loneliness. As the princess and future queen, you are the belle of the ball. You enjoy the chance to mingle with others of your social class and be pampered and flattered by them. Okay, quick save. And we will take a short break. I need to go to the restroom, guys. So, quick break, restroom break, get some snacks. I'll be right back. And I am back. I got some wasabi peas. I don't know if that's a good idea to have while streaming. But I wanted to munch on something. I actually kind of wanted to make some takoyaki earlier today. Like more takoyaki than yesterday. But it's like by the time I woke up and ate lunch and figured out what I wanted takoyaki, it's like 2 hours before a stream. Did I really want to do that? All that work before a stream. I think it would have been easier to make a pancake, but takoyaki chance got missed. We'll have to try again tomorrow. I actually really enjoyed the takoyaki we made yesterday, though. That was actually really, really good. I think the only thing I could have probably improved with that is the flavor of the batter. But to me, the batter was already pretty decent. Maybe if I add like garlic or something to the batter, or maybe some other spices, maybe like curry batter takoyaki. I don't know if that's a thing, but it's something I do want to experiment with. So I'm gonna see if that's possible. Because the cheese takoyaki from yesterday, that was great. That was super good. Super good. How are you guys today? What was lunch? I like talking about food. For me, lunch today was the fried chicken I made 5 days ago. I made like a batch of fried chicken, like 5 chicken thighs, and that was basically my lunch for the past almost week. It's not great. It's definitely not the best fried chicken ever, but you know, it's just something to experiment with, and I can probably say I suck at making fried chicken. Supposedly it's easy, but I don't know, I messed it up somehow. But then again, I wasn't deep frying, I was more like doing a shallow pan frying. And I just don't have enough oil. I have like a tiny little bottle of olive oil, which is not enough for deep frying, and you don't deep fry with olive oil to begin with, so it's like, okay. Only thing I can do is shallow fry, and apparently the olive oil turned very, very dark at the end of the frying session, which was unfortunate. I don't like frying in general, or deep fry. I don't like deep frying in general, just because it takes so much oil. It's ridiculous, really. Anyway, let's get back into this. Demeanor is still suck. I see. However, what happens if we change our outfit so that we can train? Court manners and flattery, may as well max those out while we have the chance. Keep the tea outfit on. It might be helpful for public speaking at the very least. Okay, so flattery is done. It's going to be done. So flattery and court manners, let's finish those off, and then we can work on something else next week. The most reliable form of flattery is to convey that you honestly like the target, enjoy spending time with them, and wish them to think well of you. Imitation is a form of flattery. Mirroring someone's gestures and reactions can lead them to subconsciously trust you and feel that you have a bond. Be careful not to make this seem like mimicry, which is insulting. You study the language of flowers and the secret meanings that can be communicated through the gift of a banquet. You study the rules of behavior in foreign courts so that you may seem at home in any setting. Nothing more to learn. I have more unpleasant news. Oh no, did the new one get killed also? Soldiers from Talassi have crossed the border into Elath and are pushing towards the ducal plate. The Duke of Sedna insists that he is a rightful heir, and the territory belongs to him. Your newly appointed Duke requests additional military support and supplies. The pressure. Fine, whatever. You also have some letters. Another letter from Briony. Why does she keep writing to me? We were never even friends. She says she's bored and lonely and she's looking forward to seeing me at Gwinnell's birthday party. That's right, Gwinnell is about to turn 15. She'll be Duchess of Sudbury for real now. This other letter must be my invitation to her birthday celebration next week. Gwinnell and I were friends at school and this will be a big event, but it's also a long way to travel. A lot of things can happen on the road. You know what, she is a friend. Let's go to the party. It'll be good to see my friends. Let's hope nothing bad happens along the way. That's the only thing. Okay, pressure, depression, yielding. I don't think we need more yielding. So we need willful and pressured. Willful and pressured. Willful and lonely. Willful and lonely. Willful and pressured. Pressured. Weird pressure. I think this is the only source of pressure. Oh, the ball also is also a source of pressure. Yeah, sure, let's dance. Affected by loneliness. Well, she's at least happy now. That's good. I don't know how this actually helps our others. Oh, there we go. Royal demeanor. Finally, we have a neutral on it. That's at least a good start. That's a good start for demeanor. Where are we? Maybe if she's like really cheerful. Maybe that'll help. If she's really cheerful. What else does that affect? Bonus to athletics and conversation, penalty to weapons, intrigue, and military. Which is okay. You know what? Let's put aside public speaking for now. Let's go ahead and focus down on presence. She lacks presence. Her presence has been in question for quite a while. So, she must learn. You practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in the mirror. Young as you are a queen of the blood. You are your mother's daughter. You are a force to be reckoned with. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. Okay, so this is self-practice. On your journey to Sudbury, your carriage is attacked by bandits. Your reflexes are good. Do this, girl. Yes! Reflex success! You hear the distinctive sound of incoming arrows just in time to push yourself away from the window and avoid being shot. From the screams outside, not all of your guards have been as lucky. They should have learned. They should have gone to classes with you. The attackers scatter as soon as your forces show signs of resistance, vanishing into the woods. The rest of your trip passes without incident, but you can't help jumping at shadows. Grinnell's party is lovely, not nearly as glamorous as your own upcoming birthday will be, of course. But it's still a major event on this social, noble calendar. Anyone is present. Except, of course, for the new Duke of Erlath. Matters there are too unsettled to be left unattended. Uncle Lorne and your younger cousins are here, but Charlotte and her mother are not. Apparently Charlotte was ill. Aris, the Duchess of Lila, is present, but she somehow always manages to avoid talking to you when you draw near. There are refreshments and dancers and musicians and polite conversations, and one or two not so polite. Like Countess of Dis. Is she gonna diss people now? Will not be shoved aside. Gwinnell, Duchess of Sudbury. Mother, it's my domain now. I need space for myself. You have your own lands to manage. It's like, Mom, this is my place now. I can take care of this? A domain, though, yep. That's quite a responsibility at whatever your age might be. I'm assuming 18 at most. Just because you're of age doesn't mean you know everything, young lady. You need my advice. This is my home. It has never been yours. Oof, burn. Before you can back away, their gazes fall on you. They wait expectantly for you as near queen to settle this dispute. Oh, at least my speech is up. Flattery success. Feelings could be easily hurt on either side here. It's important that everyone involved save face. Flatter them both. Let's flatter them both. I'm sure you have a great deal of wisdom to impart. But isn't that what you've already done? You have to trust in the strength of your own teachings. Trust in the strength and intelligence of your daughter. Neither of them looks entirely happy, but neither of them looks angry with you either. A bit later, Brienne catches up with you. Oh, this is Brienne. Hello, Elodie. It's so wonderful that you're going to be queen now. I mean, I'm sorry about your mother. Thanks. But think of the opportunities you're going to have. You're so lucky. That's an odd way of putting it. Anyway, I was wondering, now that you're almost queen and everything, have they told you all the secrets? What secrets? Like how to get into the old palace. I heard it's packed full of treasure. Old palace? We haven't heard anything about that. The one at, Catherine Lake? Where the kings and queens of Nova used to live. I don't know anything about it. Oh. She bites her lip and frowns at you. Well, never mind then. She walks away. So much for talking to you. Well, crap. At the end, you share a pleasant meal and prepare to return to your various lands. Should I have? Should I have done so? Questions for another time. So, pressured. I need her to be cheerful and maybe a little bit pressured. Let's see. Cheerful and pressured. Why is cheerfulness a bad thing? Depressed. We don't want her to be depressed. Lonely and cheerful. Cheerful, lonely goes this way. I don't want that really. Willful and lonely. Willful sounds good. Yielding and afraid. Yielding goes this way, afraid goes down further that way. Really don't want that. Depressed and afraid. Depressed goes down here. I guess we have to be a little lonely if we're being cheerful. Walk in the gardens. Just walk in the gardens. She's at least happy, which does help her royal demeanor quite a bit. So I don't see that as being a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. Okay. I guess we just keep working on presents. She has literally no presents. Classes, keep working on that presents, girl. You need more presents. You practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic and to let that energy surround you for others to share. You plant your feet in a strong stance. Imagine that you are a tree, deeply rooted in the earth. You can feel that power within you and know that you will not be pushed aside. Is this yoga? Is she taking yoga? Matters have come to a crisis, Aris. The Duchess of Lila has declared civil war. Why? What? Apparently, she feels that you are a weak leader, unfit to be queen, and has managed to sway several others to her banner. Who is against me? A number of minor earls and countesses, the Duchess of Mead and Duke of Kygel. The forces of Eleth are under Aris's control, of course. The situation in Hellas and Marie is less clear. Military failed. Oh crap. There are ways to increase the number of soldiers you have available. You could offer to pardon various imprisoned criminals in exchange for military service. have a bad feeling about this. But if we need soldiers, let's go for it. Alright, let's do that. Criminals probably already know how to fight. Very well. Forces are in motion, but they will take time to reach their peak. I guess if I was more angry, I would be able to do more military stuff. Angry, lonely. If that's the case, how do we be more angry? Angry, angry, angry. I guess let's, sports. Let's do some sports. I think that helped a little bit, actually. Yeah, cheerful and pressured probably is the best way to go with composure and presence. However, let me see if we can do anything about military. Nope, military deficiencies. We are not angry enough for that, apparently. Not angry enough. Okay. Let's work on composure next. Your presence seems to be good enough for now. It's time for a little composure. You practice deep breathing exercises, learning to find and maintain a sense of inner calm. You practice positive thinking, maintaining a good self-image, and conditioning yourself to carry on rather than be frustrated by any past misstep. Always a good thing. The negotiator for the rebels has arrived to speak with you. Surrender now, and I will be lenient. We are not here for our surrender. We are here for yours. You have one chance to avoid needless bloodshed. Agree to marry one of Duchess Arie's sons, and she will become your regent and guide the domain. Into stability. You will be allowed to maintain a figurehead title. Screw that. So let's suggest a compromise. I am willing to marry her son and listen to her advice, but I'm not to give up my crown. Public speaking success, thank you. If we come to blows, there will be no true winner. Good soldiers will die, property will be devastated, the victor's rule will be tainted with blood. I am young, and perhaps the Duchess' wisdom would be useful to me as advisor, not regent. Let us work together for the good of Nova. Her terms are acceptable. Oh, that convinced them. We will, of course, maintain control of our forces in order to prevent misunderstandings. That is fair. That is perfectly fair. Okay. Is she cheerful enough? Angry. Maybe I need to make her a little bit angry. Cheerful, lonely, yielding. Lonely goes down here. Cheerful. I think she's cheerful enough. Let's make her a little bit angrier. Yeah, let's make her a little bit angrier. Does that do anything? Okay. We are in good position. We are on the right track for composure. Hopefully it's good enough for the guards eventually. Okay, we'll do one of composure and one of elegance to speed this up a little bit. You practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles around you and makes unexpected loud noises at random intervals. At your command, your teacher strikes your palm with a leather toss, and you learn to bear the sting. You practice walking along a narrow rail, taking each step carefully and focusing on your balance. As you walk through the great hall, a freak gust of wind suddenly blows out the candles in the room. Divination failed. Keep missing all these divine signs. How strange, there must be an open window somewhere. The Duchess of Lila and her retinue arrive at the castle to take their new places as your ministers and advisors. Somewhat to your surprise, Aris has not brought your new fiancé with her. Oh, I see. My intent is for you to wed my youngest son, Thaddeus, as he is closest to your age. However, he is a fragile boy and unwell at the moment. You remember Thaddeus vaguely from school, and fragile is not a word you would have used to describe him. Angry, unpredictable, violent, often in trouble, and a terrible scholar. But not fragile, and he's going to be your husband? I do hope Thaddeus is not feeling too unwell. Is there anything I could provide to assist him? Herbs, perhaps? I fear not. Have patience and this will pass, as clouds always do. Is he often clouded? My son is a good boy. Too good. When he was young, he saw something he shouldn't have, something no child should. What do you mean? I will not speak of it, and neither should you. Do not ask me, do not ask him. If he chooses someday to tell you his story, then perhaps that will help him. But it must be his choice. I want his marriage to be good for him. But what about the good for me? Too late to change your mind now. Well, got ourselves in this situation. What now? What now? Political marriages always suck, to say the least. Well, in that case, let's escape. Let's run away. Let's go out. Okay, we are on the right path now to finally get some demeanor going. I'm hoping if we get all this to 50, that'll help us with getting the crystal, but we're not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. So let's do some elegance training first, and then we will go for presence. Elegance, the ability to be beautiful and dignified under any circumstances. Composure, ability to bear pain without surprise and flinching. Aura, confidence and command. She definitely needs more presence than anything for her demeanor. You practice standing and walking with books balanced on your head. You practice the elegant way to hold and sip from a teacup, with your pinky slightly extended for balance. Is that a thing? You practice focusing your attention on individuals as you pass, letting them feel a brief connection with you before you formally acknowledge them with a nod. You practice being aware of your environment, seeing everything as it transpires around you and feeling you are in control of it all. Things have been so unsettled lately. Everyone's on edge. We need something cheerful. You could hold a tournament. That's a good idea. What a good idea. Knights, jousting, musicians, all sorts of competitions. Everyone loves a contest. What will you offer as prizes to the winners? Employment sounds good. Giving them gold, I'm not sure that's good enough. Status and praise, I don't think that's a big enough. I think status and praise seems to be too big of a prize for this. Employment sounds pretty decent. The winners will have the option of taking up royal appointments. It's a recruitment drive. Very well, I will draft the announcements. You leave him to his work. As you move through the hall, your eye falls upon a vase of flowers. Pretty, but apparently not getting enough water. The leaves on one blossom have shriveled. No more divination again, and decoration. Someone on hall duty is being lazy. Those flowers should be replaced. You continue up the stairs to your room, where a maid is waiting for you. Oh, Alice, welcome again. My lady, a gift has arrived from Kaiko. From the Duke? No, my lady, a merchant house, I believe. It was sent with a shipment down the Kavala River. You tear open the brightly colored paper to find chocolates. Chocolate producers in Kaiko usually ship goods down the Napo River through Ursul, not straight to the capital. This merchant house probably specializes in something else and only traded for the chocolate. There's a little card with the box. With our compliments, the house of Cryolot. Cryolot? That's oddly high-handed for some tiny trader I've never heard of. Save it for later. Save it for later. I don't feel like candy right now. Maybe later. That's a little sus. Why would you just give it like that? I mean, it would be nice, but right now I'm not trusting anyone. I'm not trusting everyone. Everything and everyone seems to want to kill us, so probably not a good idea. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Okay, composure training is looking good. New outfit. Coronet. Oh, very regal, very nice. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll work on your presence and composure. And then I think we'll go ahead and try to talk to the guards this time. Our accounting may not be high enough, but we can easily fix that on the next week. One crewmate versus everyone is imposter. Oh, jeez. The game will now attempt to save. Oh no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. One crewmate versus everyone is an imposter. I wonder how that would actually work. You know, that might actually work if you have like the imposters not know who the other imposters are and actually look for the crewmate. Imagine the imposters accidentally killing their own teammates. That's probably what it would be. But then how does everyone fake test? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Alright, so presence and composure. Need both. You practice giving commands to the castle staff and neither asking nor demanding, but telling them what needs to be done. As long as you believe it to be true, they will as well. You practice watching people and willing them to feel your gaze on them. Inevitably, they will be drawn to you. Okay, I think 70 is good enough for the guards. You lie on a couch and try to remain relaxed while your teacher smacks your heels with a leather toss. You are strapped into tight, heavy armor and made to walk around it, learning that any attempt at sudden movement will catch painfully or trip you up. Slow and steady is the way to go. That's interesting training. This is the week of the general tournament. Nobles and commoners alike have turned out to compete against each other. The people will be pleased if you participate in their games. However, it would expose you to danger. The people will not be pleased if their promised queen makes a poor showing of herself. Do only what you can do well. What event do you wish to partake in? She does have pretty good agility, but we are bad at everything else. I don't think we have any points in archery, swords, falconry, music, jousting? That would be horse riding, mounted parade. Try getting points for dealing with the others. What does that mean? Oh, I see. No. Is there a plot to a movie or a anime that does that? I feel like there is, but I don't think I've ever seen it. It would be interesting to watch though. I don't think I'm good at any of this. What the heck is a mounted parade? Mounted parade? Let's not participate in any of this stuff. I feel like it would be bad considering I'm not confident in any of this. I guess I'll just watch from my tower. The tournament goes on without you. After the tournament, a minor tragedy is revealed. One of the stewards apparently had an incredible sweet tooth and dared to steal a piece of your recently received chocolates. He had a sweet tooth. The chocolates were poisoned. It was a good idea not to eat those things. I knew it was sus. When you ask questions, it turns out that the merchant house which supposedly sent you this present never existed. Someone has tried to kill you, but you don't know who. Wow, that was a close call. I was actually close to eating it out of courtesy, but they didn't deliver it personally, so it's like, okay. If that's how you want to play, then we're not doing it. Okay, let's visit Treasury. Let's see if we can convince the guards to give us the jewel now. Accounting success. Well, we don't know who to declare war to, right? So we gotta figure out who to declare war first to, and then we can do that. You overwhelm the guards with facts and figures explaining that you need Treasury access to adjust the royal budget, which may affect their pay packets as well as the taxes assessed on their friends and family. They stand aside. Oh, that's all I needed? I didn't need demeanor? The glitter is dazzling, but some sixth sense draws you towards one little locked box in particular. This is what you need. This is the crystal that will make you a lumen. Magical girl route unlocked. Please. You tuck the box in your pocket. You can show it to your mentor later and get instruction what to do next. Magical girl. Magical girl time. Okay. We're there. We're pretty much there. Okay, since we don't need any more composure, elegance, or presence, what else do we need to become a magical girl? We need to train our stamina and quick. Very, very quick. Okay, so let's do swimming, and climbing. She needs physical. She needs to be very fit as a magical girl. Just because you're a magical girl doesn't mean you ignore your physical well-being. You have to train. You have to train. Especially if she's going to be like a one-woman army. You learn to evaluate whether a tree or a branch is safe to bear your weight. You clamber up and down trees, able to fetch fruit or get a better view. You get comfortable in water, splashing around and holding your breath to go under. Nice. My lady, your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent. Fine, I'm coming. You find your father standing over a map of the coastline, his face grave. The Duchess of Lila is present as well. This must be serious. Ships have been sighted on approach from Sanjia. Not trade ships. That is a war fleet. What? Within a week, they will be in Novan waters. Within 2, they would reach the capital. Then we will fight to defend ourselves. You can try to use the treasury funds to hire additional soldiers, but it may be difficult on short notice. You know what? Let's try. Fine, we'll do that. You will need to draw up a naval strategy for our ships to carry out. You could choose to act as an admiral and lead the fleet in person, but the danger to you will be very great. She must not. It would be far too easy of an accident to befall her, far from shore. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. Unless you think your personal skills will make the difference, I would strongly advise against it. Stay in the capital. We are not trained yet for that. The crystal is a crystal that will allow her to become a magical girl, or at least part of the way to be a magical girl. We still need to be taught lessons. No, there's too much to do here. I can't go to sea. Do your best and Nova will survive. Alright, time to visit the priestess. Let's see what she can do. I got the crystal. What do I do now? The crystal must merge with your flesh, binding its energy to you. It will become a part of you for as long as you live. What? Are we gonna become Iron Man? I thought we were gonna become a magical girl, not Iron Man. But wait. This is basically a magical girl contract. Are you Cube? Was Madoka made around this time? I feel like Madoka was made around this time, if not a little bit before. But this is basically a contract. I mean, we'll do it. We did want to become a magical girl, but I didn't expect this route. Hold it in your hands, feel it against your skin. Place it on your chest, over your heart, and believe. Ask about the risk. Let's ask about the risk first. Is this dangerous? My father said that using magic can kill you. That is possible. What? It is possible for a lumen to attempt to channel more energy than she is capable of handling and perish. For a properly trained lumen, such an accident is unlikely except in the case of great need. Bonding with a crystal is not dangerous. It is the first step on a long journey. Ask about mother's death. Is that what happened to my mother? She drew too much power? I was not in your mother's confidence. I do not know. However, I did not hear any crisis that would have required such a sacrifice. To the best of my knowledge, Queen Fidelia's death was natural, a tragic end which would have come whether she was a lumen or not. I know her responsibilities and her crystal have passed to you. I don't have any reason to be suspicious about what she said. You know, this is the path that I was working towards anyway. Let's become a magical girl. Let's do it. I do believe in magic, I do. You take hold of the crystal and wish. Oh, henshin! She became a magical girl. You feel dizzy and both larger and lighter than you were before. The crystal has disappeared from view, but you know where it is. Wow. Now that you are one of us, I can train you in the use of your powers. Wait, you're a lumen? She holds out her hand. Light flickers above her bosom. And then, with a shower of sparkles, something takes shape. Before you can react, she claps her hands together and the crystal vanishes. My powers had been handed down in secret so that I would be here and ready when you needed me. Okay, magical girl training time. Let's go. I feel like it would be a disservice to delay magical girl training and focus on physical stuff. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for magical girl training. So, lumen, sense magic, wield magic. Knowledge and control of your own magical powers, defense against magical powers. Ability to detect magical forces at work. Let's sense magic first. Before we can use magic, we have to sense magic. This is step number 1 to becoming a magical girl. You close your eyes and learn to feel the magic inside of you. You practice using small amounts of magic and feeling that power outside of yourself. Danger on the high seas! Ships close in on each other, angling into range. The Sanjians have half again as many troops as you do. It doesn't look promising. The eventual outcome is not in your favor. The Novan ships are sunk and scattered as the Sanjian forces press towards landfall. Many good soldiers were lost today, and Nova's troubles have not ended. Since you have failed to repel the invasion, the Sanjian fleet will soon land and their troops will begin to progress towards your capital city. Your remaining soldiers will hold them off as long as possible, of course, but the main strength of your military has been exhausted. Nova's future looks bleak. Oh crap. It's time to be Magica. Okay, we need to be Magica soon. Willful, let's be very willful. Is being willful enough to be Magica? Let's see. Oh, it actually helps a little bit. I think it helps a little bit. If not, the loneliness certainly does. Okay, so we're gonna be a magical girl of loneliness. Sense magic. Let's go sense magic again, and I think we'll wield magic next. Alright. Finally some progress here. Your mentor summons up magical energies to strike the nearby ground so you can learn to sense someone else's spells in use. You close your eyes and call out when you detect your mentor casting a silent spell behind you. The invasion of Nova is proceeding. Your coastline is under Sanjian control. Soldiers have marched through villages, trampling fields and frightening citizens. A diplomatic delegation from Sanjia has requested access to the castle to discuss terms, most likely for your surrender. You lack the strength to hold off their armies, and surrendering now will save many lives. It would seem that you have no choice. Best way to achieve loneliness is to eliminate everyone. Benny, what's up with the genocide? What's up with the genocide? You prepare yourself as best as you can to meet the representatives from Sanjia. You expect the diplomats and a military representative. Military representative, there we go. A general or an admiral. You did not expect the handsome man decked in jewels who now stands before you. A man announced by your servants as Togami, King of Sanjia. Is he really their king? Why would a king come all the way here? Hello? Okay, I think you can conquer the princess. My dear young lady, how difficult this must be for you. So much responsibility at a tender age. Composure success, at least she has that. You yearn to slap the false sympathy off his oily face, but you force yourself to remain calm. War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better settle things in a civilized manner. But you started it. A contest, a game, so to speak, with Nova as the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord with no further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave your domain in peace and shed no more blood. What sort of game? It is well known that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens, I too possess the powers of a lumen. Oh no, our magical girl training has been a little bit too late. I propose a formal duel. My powers against yours. The winner takes control of Nova. The loser dies. You're game by your rules for my life. That doesn't sound fair to me. The rules of formal dueling have been passed down for centuries and must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes. Why should I? If we refuse, then the war will continue. I'll swing the deal. If you meet me in a formal lumen challenge, I'll call off the invasion even if I win. Really? I swear it by the gods. Nova will be free and safe. Why that risk? You're winning the war. It's not your land that I want, it's your crystal. To gain your power, I am willing to wager my own. Shall we begin? I don't like this, but what choice do I have? How much time do I have to prepare for this? Marriage alliance sounds awfully nice right now, but I want to see if I can make it as a magical girl. Let's see, let's try it. Then I must. Togami explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of wards which will contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from danger. And then it is time to begin. Oh! Unfortunately, you know nothing about safety blocking or absorbing magical attacks. You can only dodge them physically, and trapped within the confined space of a warded circle, you are inevitably going to fail. Oh, there we go, that's an end. There's our first ending, guys. Failure as a magical girl, we died. This was gonna happen sooner or later. I thought I would have more time to prepare for it, but I guess we didn't. Elodie did not survive to reach her coronation. Nova would have to go on without her. But it does not have to end this way. Make different choices, train different skills, Elodie's star may rise again. Okay, let's load game. I'm not giving up yet. I'm not giving up yet. Let's see. I mean, he's supposedly really, really strong, right? So let me see if I can learn resist magic. Let's try resisting magic. Let's see if it's gonna be enough. You increase your awareness of your own thoughts and emotions, making it more difficult for mind-affecting magic to twist your reactions. You learn to consciously project a magical field through your thoughts, blocking outside magic from touching your mind, but only when you have energy to consciously resist. Skip ahead. Skip ahead. Let's try accepting the terms again. And of course, it's a failure. Okay, still dead. Still dead. Fine. We'll backtrack a little bit more. So let's backtrack to week 34. Just focus on magic defense training. We are not at the level of... We're definitely not at the level of being able to resist anything. We read all that before. So danger of the high seas, we failed that. I think what I did here was willful. I think I snuck out. So we sneak out. Let's go ahead and train the same thing again. I'm hoping it's going to be good enough. If not, we're going to have to backtrack quite a bit more. You gain innate resistance to light and dark. You can now see in the blackest caves or stare in the sun without going blind. You learn to consciously project a magical shield around your body, blocking intrusions. A powerful technique, but you can't keep it up for long. Oh, please tell me it's good enough. Please tell me it's good enough. Accept the terms. Partial success. I'll take it. You trade attacks, countering his spells with your magical shielding. Unfortunately, you lack the strength and control to keep such shields up for long. Your end comes swiftly. What? It was a partial success. Don't I get partial credit? I guess not. Okay, we're gonna have to go back a little bit. I want this to succeed, so... I didn't realize I did not have to... what do you call this? Get the composure. So let's go all the way to week 25. Let's try week 25. And I guess we'll focus... Oh, wait. No, not week 25. We want some composure here. How far forward do I skip? So we met our end at week 35. I don't think we need a whole 10 days, but a whole 10 weeks. But we could do it a little sooner. Let's try 29. Load game, 29. How were we here? Presence is there. I think I need composure for a part of it. What if, okay. Let's backtrack a little bit more than that. Let's go to day 25. I just want the royal demeanor to at least get to 0-0. And then we'll figure things out from there. Okay, that's not quite it. Maybe 27. Okay, this is where we start. So we still need to work on composure while we are waiting on some things, because that's needed to pass one of the checks later, as we have found out. So, composure training. Focus on composure, and then we'll go to the vault right afterwards. Inner calm, positive thinking, all well, all good and well. I think I flattered both of them. They didn't like it, but it's as good as anything for now. Okay, we're gonna skip all this because we already did all that. How's our mood? Cheerful and willful. Let's go willful. Oh crap. I forgot. We were supposed to go down to the vault. I totally forgot. Backtrack one more. I lost my mind there for a second. As it happens sometimes. It's like I got sidetracked. It's like, oh, wait. I was actually supposed to do this instead. Okay. Let's just not side with anyone for now. We're good to go for now. Into the treasury. So all we needed was accounting. Accounting success. Let's go ahead and save. What's this one? Day 20, week 29. Week 29, which is over here. Okay, return. So we can't do Lumen training yet, but we're gonna keep up with the composure. Hopefully this is gonna be good enough. Practice sitting calmly while your teacher circles you. Okay. At your command, teacher strikes your palm. Bear the sting. So I think pardoning the criminals didn't help any. So let's not pardon the criminals. Actually, no. It might stall them a little bit, so we'll pardon the criminals. And now we talk to our magical girl teacher. Let's go through the motions of asking about the risk and mother's death. And then go in and do it. Okay. How are we? Where are we? Week 30. Now it's time to do magical girl training proper. Which is going to start with resistance training first. I don't know if it's going to be good enough. I don't know if we'll have enough time to finish all this, but we are gonna try. Resist. Okay, so we already got these prompts from earlier, nothing new here. Negotiator of the rebels. So I think I suggested a compromise here, which, you know, for the most part actually helped. So I have nothing against it. Okay, now we sneak out a little bit. Week 31, right here. How is our skills? Well, we got a little bonus, there. Okay, I think let's do this. He did say as long as we have the outfit. Or, no, it's not outfit. If we have the... what do you call this? If we had issued a duel ourselves, he'll accept his loss. So I guess that means we have to at least get the outfit for it. You gain innate resistance to light and dark. Oh yeah. We already saw that. Divination failed. We need to be a little bit more willful. And then maybe a little bit more lonely. That'll probably help with the magical girl training. Oh, it actually does. Hold on. Willful. Cheerful. Currently willful, bonus to intrigue and military and lumen. Nice, that's what I wanted. Okay, now we can more effectively train magic. Okay, sense magic And let's also learn how to wield magic. Probably spreading myself a little thin, but I need 25 in everything as a start. You learn to summon a small glowing light, which you can then move around independently. She's learning. She is learning. Okay, so employment for the festival. We do not eat candy because that actually gets us killed. Alright, let's make her a little bit lonely. Cheerful. Lonely and cheerful. Happy magical girl. Save. What week are we on? Week 33. So this is 31. Week 33. 32. 32, 33? Okay, what are her skills? Oh. Cheerful and lonely. Okay, so we need to make her less cheerful and less lonely. Because that did not help one bit. It actually had the opposite effect. But we'll keep on with the... So we'll do wield magic and resist magic. Yeah, let's do wield magic and resist magic for now. For training. Wield and resist. You learn how to cast rays of white light which can banish shadows and blind your opponents. You learn to create tiny discs of solid light which can fly through the air and cut into targets. She learned how to use a Destructo disc? When? I thought you were a magical girl, not a Z fighter. Why did you learn how to use a Destructo disc? Destructo disc. Unlocked a new outfit. Okay. Okay, her shielding's getting better. This is a week of general tournament. We don't do anything because she's not good enough at any of them. Okay, I need to make her less lonely and less cheerful. Depressed and pressured. I guess we'll... depressed and pressured. Depression. Where's depression? There we go. Depression and afraid. Is afraid good? Let's try it. Oh, lonely and afraid. No, depression. I need her depressed. Mother, help me. Help me, mother. Week 34, so it's gonna go here. Did that help? Yep, perfect. Great, perfect. We keep visiting Mother's grave and she will help us with our training. As expected. Okay. Let's get her magical girl outfit. This is gonna help her when the time comes. There we go, the fabled magical girl outfit. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. Okay. Resist magic and sense magic. No, actually, since we're gonna be in a duel. Defense. Wait. Ability to detect mystical power at work. Knowledge and control over magical powers. Resist. Let's focus on defense first, because I think that's what the confrontation was about. Mostly about defense. You gain increased resistance against heat and cold, becoming comfortable in different weather and environments. Able to sip hot soup without burning your tongue. Perfect. You learn how to quickly flare magical shields around you to deflect an incoming attack. This uses much less energy than a constant shield, but it requires good timing to be effective. You're gonna get better, you're gonna get better, I believe in you. You learn how to maintain a low-level deflection field so that magical attacks do not directly targeted at you will slide harmlessly aside. This doesn't need much power, so you can keep it up for long periods of time. You learn how to directly counter offensive magic with your own power so you can burn out a spell that someone else has cast. It is very dangerous if the other spell is too powerful. We're getting there though. We're getting there. Recruit soldiers. I think we did that last time. Stay in the capital. We don't want to be out in sea. Visit Mother's grave. This will help us become Magica. She is scared. She's becoming proper Magica with that. With that face. Okay. I think it lowered the effectiveness of the training though. Alright, so what we need to do now is one in resist magic, and another one in wield magic. That way she can counter properly. Your increased skill and power gives you innate resistance and mind-affecting magic. Your understanding of the flow of power gives you increased resistances to magic, gives you increased resistance to damage caused by magic. Even without a shield, you can still be hurt, but less than an ordinary human would be. Nothing more to learn. By concentrating, you can create a wave of discontent which panics or enrages animals in the area. We're controlling animals? Okay. This is it. This is the test. This is the test. Now, is she too afraid? Is she too afraid? Oh no, it's perfect. It's perfect. She's getting lonelier, that's good. She's getting more afraid. Probably not great, but this is for her training. You need suffering to be a magical girl. That is what I have learned from the recent magical girl anime. Okay, wield magic. You need to learn how to use magic very, very effectively now. Let's go. You learn to create a blade of solid light, which you can wield like a sword to slice through flesh and stone alike. Ooh, nice. Wait. Is that Ragna blade from Slayers? Is all thing I can think of. Unless there's another one I'm not aware of. You learn to direct a beam of searing light through the end of a staff, burning whatever you point at. Okay, that's fairly standard. By concentrating, you can create a wave of discontent which panics, confuses, or enrages other people around you. You learn to shape light into images of all things that are far away or things that don't exist at all. Okay. I think he's here now. Is this gonna be good enough? It's gonna be good enough. Let's try it. It's time to be Magica. You can do it, Elodie. You can do it, Elodie. Togami explains the rules of formal dueling, yada yada yada. Magic resists success. You trade attacks, one spell sensed and countered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible. It might almost be exciting if your life wasn't on the line. Magic sense failed. Okay, that was on me. And then one little spell, which seems so weak and harmless that it wasn't even worth blocking, latches onto you like a cold and begins to drain your strength. First in a tiny trickle, then more, the spell gaining power as you lose it. More magic resists, good. You must react quickly, not by feeding power into the spell to overload it. It would drain you to the point of death. Instead, you concentrate on gathering your strength inside yourself, pulling it away from the spell's grasp. Unfortunately, you lack the mental discipline to hold it off for long enough and everything goes black. Oh no! It's still failure! It's still failure! Okay, I think we need to not focus on offense. We need to go back and focus on all defense. How far back do I need to go? Let's see. Maybe not too far back. I'm hoping it's not too far back. Tank strategy. Yep, we're gonna wear them out. We're gonna wear him out. Okay, I guess sense magic is the only thing we need to focus on now. If not, we have to go even further back. Much further back. Your mentor summons up magical energy to strike the enemy ground so you can learn to sense someone else's spells in use. You close your eyes and call out when you detect your mentor casting a silent spell beside you. You learn to detect ongoing enchantments such as blessed weapons that can do magical damage. You learn to tell the difference between different kinds of magical signatures so that you can tell roughly what a spell you detect is meant to achieve. Oh wait, I think that's the wrong one. Oh well, let's see if this is good enough. Let's see if this is good enough. I didn't go back far enough apparently. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but might not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rushed him, you could take him off guard. Up close, he couldn't use his fancy spells, but what would you do then? You still have to use magic to win, and you can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. You could try. Perhaps you could focus your power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that, which works. Or maybe if you could distract him somehow, you could cast a spell that he couldn't block. Dazzle him first and then go for the sword. Wield magic failed. Throw a dazzling star with sparkles, hoping to blind him and seize the advantage. It doesn't work. Swirls of dark smoke rise from the floor at your feet, spinning around you like a black hurricane. You know you have to stop it, but how? It's all around you and there's nothing to target. Faster and faster it spins, making it hard to breathe until finally everything goes dark. Not friggin' again. Are you serious? Okay, so we need some offense, we need some defense. We need some offense and we need some defense. What the? I think we just need to focus on sense, and maybe I use a different option in that fight. Maybe we go for the attack with the magic sword. It's really the only other thing I can think of right now, because nothing else seems to work. Maybe everything just has to be at 50. Maybe everything just has to be at 50 and we're good to go. Accepted terms. Okay. Yada yada yada, formal dueling, magic resist, great. Successfully evaded, now we have to attack. Let's go ahead with the magic sword. Motes of shimmering moonlight coalesce into a weapon in your hand. Success, nice. Plus the reflexes. I knew those reflexes were gonna come in handy sooner or later. Your first lunge, he dodges, rolling to the ground, but you recover quickly and strike again. In the confined space of the warded circle, there is nowhere for him to run. The final strike of your moonblade parts his head from his shoulders. Holy crap! He is dead! He is dead! Nice! You have won. Long live the king. It is done. Mother, we have triumphed. But at what cost? At what actual cost? I don't know. Let's walk in the gardens and figure out where to go from here. At what actual cost? Holy crap. Finally a success? Just in time, we actually need to become a magical girl. I can't believe that was an actual requirement. Blood for the blood god, yes. Absolutely. Though I don't think we need to focus too much on sense magic, on wield magic anymore. I am gonna split it between sense and wield at this point. Our defenses are perfect. We just need to make sure to become a full-fledged magical girl. That's what this training arc is for. You expand your magical perceptions to give you some idea where a detected spell was cast from and how long ago. You learn to detect the latent power that signifies a lumen even when he or she is not actively working magic. You learn to create a blade of solid light which which you can wield like a sword and slice through flesh and stone like. Okay, we learned that. Staff. By concentrating, you can create a wave of discontent which panics. I think I did that before too. Once you defeated the king of Sanjia in a duel, the invasion was meant to be over. In practice, it is not quite so easy to expel a foreign army from your land, especially when their leadership is falling apart. The remaining Sanjia generals seemed surprisingly eager to go home and left without a fuss, but a large number of soldiers have broken ranks and run amok, looting and pillaging their way through Nova just for fun. Oh great, now this is how you have bandits in your kingdom. You have soldiers, they go into battle, they get scared, they desert, or their army falls apart, and trying to save their lives, they desert and become bandits, vagrants, and whatnot. They're just not petty thieves. These guys are trained. They are trained and they will loot and pillage and make their own kingdoms of their own eventually, if they survive for that long. This is how bandits work. They're just not random thugs. Though they can be. They can be. A number of royal holdings have been damaged and valuables stolen. Not only do you lose them, but you will have to pay for repairs. With so many renegades on the loose, Nova seems likely to have a severe bandit problems for years to come. When Togami died, he left behind a crystal, a mauve lumen crystal with glimmers of pink where it catches the light. Such a pretty bauble from such an ugly event. Since Nova won the duel, this crystal is now your rightful prize, but you have no idea what to do with it. For now, you lock it away in the royal treasury. I wish there is someone who can help us with it. I really wish there is. Okay, well, she still needs to be lonely for her magical girl training. I am gonna have her... Willful and angry. Okay. Yielding, depressed, pressured. I don't think we want to do that. I want her to be cheerful and closer to angry, because afraid is no good. Afraid is no good. So -1 afraid, but how do we do... Okay, let's just attend the service. I think that's good enough. Attend the service. Yeah. She is very confident now. Very confident. What mood is this anyway? Willful. I think this is willful. Nice. We need to finish your magical girl training now before we do anything else. Alright. Let's go ahead and finish your magical girl training, and then we can work on the rest of the boring stuff that no one really cares about. You expand your senses, learning to detect spells and magical creatures at a greater distance. You learn to detect lingering traces of strong magic from the past, even when the spell has long since completed. Nothing more to learn. You learn to shape light into images of things that are far and away, or things that don't exist at all. You learn to create a powerful explosion of light, burning those caught within and blinding others who look at it. You learn how to make use of images to wield your other powers at a great distance. She is now a one-woman army. Nothing more to learn. Time has slipped by you so quickly. Only 2 weeks remain before your birthday celebration and your official coronation as queen. Have you done enough to build a stable Nova? Is it traditional for the palace to provide entertainment and refreshments for the common people when a new monarch is crowned? It is traditional, okay. It is traditional to provide, okay. It is a rare opportunity for the poor of the land to dine like nobles. Size and scope of any such feast depends on what expense a royalty treasury is willing to bear. A respectable feast. Can we do extravagant? Is it good enough? Can we do extravagant? I know we have suffered a lot of losses. A respectable feast. I'm sure we can afford to give everyone in the city some bread and sausage and a bit of cake. What's the scariest show movie I've ever watched? Hard to tell because I don't really watch scary movies or scary shows in general. Like, I can probably watch Walking Dead if I actually went through with it, but movies, I remember watching Chucky, or at least catching a glimpse of Chucky way back when I was younger, and that scared me really, really badly, and I never wanted to watch another horror movie again. So if I had to say, that would be Chucky. And it's not, I don't have a fear of dolls like you would think I would have after seeing that. I just did not like, I just don't like horror movies in general. But I mean, I don't mind dolls. I don't mind dolls. And there's some dolls actually look pretty decent. But yeah, I just don't really watch them to begin with because of that. Okay. Let's I guess we'll go ahead and make you attend service again. Okay, you are done now with your magical girl training. What the heck are we gonna do with you? What can we do? I guess we can at least finish off public speaking. Let's finish off public speaking. You are gonna be in your magical girl attire. That's kind of how this works. It seems like +4 is the highest bonus for any training. She is dumb as a rock. I can see that already. Her intellectual affairs, her affairs in general for nation state stuff, not great, but she would be very good at conversation. So we're gonna work towards that. So we'll work towards conversation. We'll also work towards her agility. Really, at this point, I think agility is the only other thing I can max out. May as well. Public speaking. Let's max that out. Let's go for your agility. And I guess you'll be a dancer, a dancing magical girl. Is that a thing? Your teacher assigns you to read about a subject that requires you to answer questions about it on the spot in front of an audience. We're done with public speaking. You practice the postures and extensions of solo ballet, learning to stretch and form an elegant line with your body. You can study the secret language of dance and how a story can be told through gestures and positions. You design your own dance movements to cover the floor, first slowly, then with greater speed. The castle is buzzing with preparations for your upcoming coronation. Ministers press you with details of your favorite colors and flowers and so on. Decorations failed. She's a magical girl. She doesn't need all that stuff. You really can't see the point of wasting time worrying about decorations when there's so much else to worry about. Others are more interested in the subject of your marriage. It can't take place until you are of age, of course, and considering all the preparations and the need to recover from the coronation, not for much longer than that. Still, it doesn't stop people from buzzing around full of ideas and suggestions. Bunch of busybodies they are. Bunch of busybodies. Okay. Let's keep working on your anger. You have anger issues. I guess we can play sports. Yeah, let's play sports. That'll make you feel better. At the very least, by the time her coronation comes around, I want her to not be so afraid or lonely anymore. Though being a magical girl is a lonely existence. For the most part, unless you're like doing Sailor Moon or Precure, those are not lonely existence magical girls. They got families, they have lovers. What the heck is this? This is like classic magical girl stuff. I suppose I know how also had some family life that is to be proud of. Okay, more dances and flexibility. I guess may as well work on your agility. You're gonna be fast, but you're not gonna be very athletic. Hopefully we have enough time for that, but dancing and flexibility. Let's get her done. You practice dramatic movements with a partner, dips and flips and lifts and tosses and curtsies and twirls and all that jazz. You practice high-speed spins, turns on point, whipping your leg around dramatically. Nothing more to learn. Your teacher holds your limbs in a slightly uncomfortable position for a few seconds, then encourages you to push carefully against the resistance she provides. You work on achieving a full straddle split, your legs straight and wide. At this time last year, you were celebrating your 14th birthday. You were in the school gardens, surrounded by your friends. A teacher brought you tea and cakes, while a wealthy merchant's son wove a crown of flowers for your head. It didn't matter so much that you were a princess then, your title was something for the future. Many of your peers would be duchesses or earls or the like someday, but not then. You were children. Your parents could not attend on the actual day, but they did send out wonderful gifts, some for you and some for you to share. And a week later they came for a visit. Your mother took you with her through the countryside in a splendid carriage. It was the last time you would ever see of her. You wonder if, wherever she is, she can see you now. You are 15 years old, a legal adult. You have worked and studied and suffered and prepared, and now the time has come. You kneel before the priestess, barely hearing her words as she recites the blessings. She calls upon the gods to deliver peace, wisdom, and prosperity to you and through you to all of Nova. And then she calls upon you for your oath of rulership. Will you guide and govern and protect your people to the best of your ability according to the law and custom? I will. Will you, to the best of your power, uphold the ideals of love, honor, justice, and mercy as a magical girl from now on until your death? I will. Lords and ladies assemble, I present to you your undoubted queen who has sworn you her loyalty. You who have come to give homage, will you do the same? One at a time, the head of each duchy approaches your throne and kneels to swear his or her service to you and your heirs. People of Nova, I give you Elodie, daughter of Fidelia, your true sovereign. What say you all? Long live the queen! Long live the queen! Long live the queen! Thank you, I will. There we go, she actually survives. What ending did we get? The following year, Elodie and Thaddeus were married in a quiet ceremony attended by only the noble elite. Elodie was surprised to discover that for all his rebellious ways, her husband had no romantic experience at all. Why is that a surprise? I don't understand. Their wedding night ended in a cautious truce, with plans for slow progress in the future, such as royal marriages seem to do. Once his daughter was secure on her throne, Jocelyn returned to his birthplace to focus on his duties as Duke of Carolus. He was pursued by many women, but showed little interest in remarrying, directing them instead to his brother, the Duke of Mazomba. Following Elodie's victory over the Sajan king, the public opinion of Lumens rose to the height that hadn't been seen in hundreds of years. Young children would dress up and play at being magical kings and queens. Freed from the need of secrecy, the Duchess Juliana and the Priestess Celine were able to announce their shared magical powers and their love. Duchess of Juliana, was she at the beginning of the game? I don't remember. At Elodie's prompting, the lovers pledged their devotion to each other in a private ceremony. What? Did I miss something? Was there a Yuri plot I was not expecting? What? At Elodie's prompting, the lovers pledged their devotion to each other in a private ceremony, after which Celine retired from the priesthood to accompany her wife to Ursul. Oh my god! It actually is Sailor Moon. Okay, this is Sailor Moon inspired, not Madoka. Though it is powered by sadness, the training was, so I guess it's close to Madoka, as well as Slayers, as well as Sailor Moon. I don't know about Nano. Actually, the Beam of Light thing was probably a Nanoha reference, now that I think about it. So Nanoha, Sailor Moon, Slayers, and probably Madoka. Now, Slayers is technically not a magical girl show, it is a fantasy show. But the Sword of Light, um, definitely, I think, is a reference to it. I feel like it's a reference to it. As neither of them intended to bear children of the body, Juliana made arrangements for her niece Bryony to be declared the next heir to the Duchy of Ursul, as well as the inheritor of her crystal. Can you do that? Can you actually just... I thought it was with you for life. How do you just give it to people? Bryony's mother, Kurisande, hoped that the training necessary to make her flighty daughter into a future magical girl warrior would keep her out of worse trouble. It actually spells out magical girl. After the failed invasion, relations with Sanjia remained tense. First came the recriminations and demands from the Queen of Sanjia. Devastated by the death of her husband, which Elodie ignored. Next came the subtler approaches, the quiet gratitude and offers of alliances from ministers who were thrilled to see Togami gone. Elodie ignored those also, which was just as well, since the next thing to arrive was the preserved head of one of those traitorous ministers, sent by the Queen of Sanjia as a warning. There was no sign of war in the immediate future, but there was not likely to be an alliance either. Tensions remained high between Nova and Talasi after his initial attempt to claim his birthright was driven back. The Duke of Sedna did not attempt to invade again, but he did institute new policies that made life difficult for the traders crossing the border. At the same time, there was a marked increase in raiders and sneak thieves throughout the area, of course. Officially, there was peace, but clearly someone was up to no good. Of course. The young Elodie had always had a way with words, and that would serve her well. The true battleground of any war is the hearts and minds of the people, and thus Queen Elodie's legacy stretched into the future. So Magical Girl ending, as well as a very good speaker ending. I'll take it. I'll take it. Nice. Long live the Queen. Long live the Queen. I don't know if there's actually a true ending to this. But it's interesting for a game that was made like almost 10 years ago, if not pretty much 10 years ago. I like it. I like it. I don't think we're going to be playing this again just because I know there's going to be multiple endings, multiple different endings that you can get. But my goal today was just to get it to the coronation. Just getting to the coronation was good enough for me. Being a magical girl, that was not in the cards when I first started streaming today. But once I found out that magical girls existed in the game, I just had to go for it. I just had to go for it. We got the magical girl ending. And well, not a magical girl ending per se, but we became a magical girl, full-fledged magical girl. And she survived to her coronation. I thought we had like a full year, but apparently it was just 40 weeks. So, yeah, 40 weeks I think is plenty. I may have to look up to see if there is a quote-unquote true end to this, but I doubt there actually is. It's just, can you survive to your coronation? And I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that my only stumbling block as far as deaths are concerned was the actual magical battle. If it wasn't for that, I mean, I don't think so I almost ate the chocolate, right? And didn't go for it because everyone was sus and I know someone was going to kill me. But magical duel, dying in a magical duel, I think that's all legit. We just had to train up for it and everything was okay. Not as many deaths as I thought. And actually not as sanity draining on my end as I thought. I thought this would be much tougher. It's actually not too terrible. It has this game has a reputation of being like extremely difficult for whatever reason. But it's like, okay, it wasn't that bad. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope you enjoyed the magical girl training arc of going back in time over and over again just to be able to survive a future battle. I know for sure we pulled off a Madoka thing with that training arc. If you haven't seen Madoka, it's huge spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil you on that, but just know something similar happens. With trying to train, yeah, that's all I'll say. But if you haven't watched Madoka yet, I highly recommend it. Great show, great show. Speaking of other magical girl shows, I think as far as magical girl shows, I've only seen Sailor Moon. I think maybe the first 2 or 3 seasons, maybe all the way up to Sailor Moon S. I think it's Sailor Moon, then R, and then S. And I don't think I went past that. I know Stars existed, and at the time it was really, really hard to get a hold of those episodes, so I never felt like going back to watching it. But I know it exists. I also think I watched Nanoha. I think I watched the first 2 or 3 seasons of Nanoha. I haven't seen the Vivid arc yet. I think Vivid exists, right? The anime for Vivid exists, but I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to. There's like just no time to watch it, but it will be interesting. Let's see, Madoka. I have caught up on everything except for maybe the second season of it's a Madoka anime, but it doesn't have Madoka in it, I think. But the second season of what's that game called? It's basically an adaptation of the mobile game, which it actually works for what it was. It actually works for what it was. I still need to catch up to it. I hear there's some rocky production regarding that, but we'll see. Once I have time to watch this stuff again, I'm gonna sit down and definitely give some time for it. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough, and I'll see you guys next time. So I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming again on Thursday, which actually we'll be finishing a magical girl game on Thursday. We're gonna be finishing Blue Reflection's Second Light. I hope we're pretty darn close to the ending, and I'm hoping to finish it then because I need to free that time slot up for other things. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time then. Have a nice rest of your day, everyone, and see ya. Good night. Have a nice rest of your day. Oh, wait, where's my buttons? Buttons where? Oh, that's not it. Okay, ending now.